In the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black. In the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black. Imagine that, a future that's super black. Long as your skin brown, your superpowers intact. What would your powers be? Just hope it ain't super whack. Spatial manipulation, create a portal that's black. Maybe just super speed, time travel to run it back. Or cheat manipulation to keep my spirit intact. As I encounter evils the world face, demons the world makes, I'm needed the world at stake. Rest in peace to Chadwick, they killed all the Black Panthers. Told us white lies, I still marvel at black answers. Suits in DC, pray it lead to a civil war. It ain't no Justice League, what's the need to be civil for? Propelled like the juggernaut, it's clear ain't no stopping this. The world in grave danger, who can stop the apocalypse? They killed all the heroes, the new ones don't really care. But if you need me, put your fist up in the air. Yeah, in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black. In the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black.
Hey everybody, thank you for tuning in on this special night, special time on a Friday evening. I hope your day and your work week went well, and it's going to get better because you're watching it. You're watching us, so let's go with it. Thank you for tuning in. This is Chris Fury, the man on the wall. You're watching Blurred's Eye View. If it's your first time here, thank you. Show your love on the YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. You'll see episodes such as this, past episodes, interviews that normally don't get shown here and get shown only on the YouTube channel. You can also follow us anywhere you listen to your podcast, and you can also watch us on Always Press Record TV. Just go to APR TV or alwayspressrecord.com, and you can get the APR TV app on your Roku device or Amazon Fire, and have some fun with the crew that only does it like we do. So let's get this thing going, because we got a special guest with us tonight. But then again, don't we always got special guests? They all special, and they all fire in every way. So let's get this thing going with my second in command, my weapons master. When you don't have to deal with me, you definitely got to deal with her. We talking about Lady Mandalore.
Well, hello.
What's
No,
going
I'm
on?
kidding. No, not much, man. Not much. I just want to make sure y'all can't. It's the AC. I got my AC on. Something happened in New York. I don't know why it's so hot. But y'all, you can hear me?
No, I can
It's
hear
the
you
same-
fine. No, I
Okay,
can
cool,
hear
cool,
you
cool,
fine.
cool.
It's crazy you said that, because here in Cleveland for the past 2 days, it's like the hell mouth opened up.
Y'all can take it back. Take it back now. Take it back.
Yeah, I don't know who did what. We seen the movie Cabin in the Woods. We seen that. It's like somebody didn't do the ritual right, and
Yeah,
things
that too.
went
Them
left.
too.
We had an EF1 here in Cleveland. I found out today. Here in
The hell is that?
Cleveland, we had an EF1 tornado touch down in downtown Cleveland. Yeah.
I'm moving. I'm leaving.
Yeah.
We.
So those aliens that were supposed to be here, I don't know if they still got some room on their ship. I'm just like, yeah, that ain't supposed to happen, because we're not that type of area. They said it's the first time it's been since it's been recorded since 1950. So take that with we get tornadoes, but it's like further south. It's much further south and more of the flatlands of Ohio.
I hope y'all enjoy the show, because this might be one of the few and far.
Look here, when the area I normally go to when I get where I go get my comic book, shout out to Carolyn Johns, they said, "Oh, it's a flood on 90 West," and I'm like 90 West. Wait a minute. And they said the exit, and I'm like, okay. And then they show the pictures, and I'm like, oh God, no, that's not supposed to happen. That's it. I mean, let's put it like this: the rescuers had to use inflatable rafts to get to the people who were stuck on the freeway.
What did y'all do? What did y'all do? New
What's
York was
going on?
chilling. We've been chilling. Why we always get the ass end of stuff? I'm tired. Anyway,
This has been a year so far because New York has gotten what looked like the scene from The Walking Dead. It was looking like the apocalypse just a couple months ago. 2 days ago, we had torrential rains and an earthquake right outside of Mentor, and I'm like, on the same day, that ain't normal. And then we get the tornado touchdown, which it ended up being 4 tornadoes, 1 touchdown here, but 3 more were further south. And I'm just like,
go shopping.
yeah,
I gotta pick up some water and corn and baking soda and some flour. I don't know.
look,
I don't know what you're supposed to get, but
I trained for zombies and alien attacks. I didn't train for natural disasters happening in the weird places. So
yeah. Nice to see y'all though. Thanks for coming in to Bird's Eye View on this lovely Friday at 7:30 p.m.
I think the person who might be able to help us out with the ritual thing is our griot of horror, Lainey from Geek by Heart. Hold on, let me bring it back in. There we go.
Ooh.
Her camera isn't showing up. Is she froze? Oh, she's froze.
What?
She's froze. That's why.
See, it's one or the other. You can't have two. Well, see, look, it's the man. You don't want to have 2 black women in the same space sharing ideas. It's like, it's just.
Yeah, pop back out, Lainey, and pop back in because I'm looking at her screen. I'm like, I'm looking dead at her, but she's froze. So, we're gonna bring in our ship's computer, the cinematic assassin. Maybe he can give some answers. What's going on? Don't do it. Don't do it. Just the tip of the hat, not the turn.
Hey, listen. move to Baltimore. Like we get weather, but we don't get all that weather. We get snow, we don't get all that snow. We get rain, we don't get all that rain. We get real regular weather. Now you're gonna get all of it in the same like 24-hour span, but it don't be extreme.
See, that's normally us.
I feel like a hail of bullets is more your type of weather. I don't live like that, sir.
What borough you from? Because you talk about all the time.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about Baltimore. Y'all beat us a couple years in a row for like murder cap. Okay, y'all straight.
Listen. It's not my fault if you can't get your Neo on.
Listen,
drop down, get your people on. Whoop whoop.
Jesus, our Black Spartan is in the building. What's going on? And there it is.
Yeah, but it wasn't. It's not the hand. It's not the hand though. So it's still mid. It's mid. That's a mid.
He's got Obi. That's why.
The hand is currently being used right now as I'm reporting from God's air fryer.
It's been crazy out here.
It's effing hot.
I don't get what's happening. It's confusing the hell out of me. Navy, you got any answers, Navy?
I will tell you this straight up. It's been cool as a cucumber. I ain't worried about y'all. I'm telling you right now. And as someone who is prior Navy, I am prepared for all natural disasters. I grew up with tornadoes, hurricanes, blizzards, all that. That's why I'm in my corner staring at all of you. So hold on. I got to ask a question to Chris. Okay. All right. I need to know what my position is on this team because everybody's got a cool title. I mean, you got the weapons master, you have the ship's computer. So, you know, I think you got me in the galley, ain't you? You got me. You got me going.
So I'm sure everyone here and everyone out there in the world is familiar with the TV series Firefly.
Who is in a brown coat? Let's go.
I pictured you as the shepherd book of the crew. Now, for those who are really, really paying attention to the Firefly, he ain't just a shepherd.
No.
And Book ain't his name. And
there's more to him than meets the eye. The book you see is the book you don't see.
I mean, Book was that dude, though. Someday we're going to talk about this. No, he ain't.
Yes. There's more to it. It's layered. It's layered.
I accept that.
There she is, the griot of horror. She's finally there.
Wait for
Did she freeze again?
I feel like I'm gonna go right back out.
I hear you.
If she's going for horror, she's done a bang up job so far.
You shut up.
So is she
is
now
the
the ship's
killer-
Babadook now? Is that because we know she's there?
Oh my
Like the Babadook. We know you're there. We just don't see you.
Lady,
What the
if
hell?
someone
Lady,
asks you,
Y'all see me?
lady, if
killer's
someone
in the
asks you, do you
house.
love scary movies, say nothing. If someone asks you to play a game, just hang up.
Pop
Oh, God.
out, lady, and pop back in and see what happens.
By the power of Pikachu on my pad, I rebuke you.
Because yeah, it's her. Like I can hear her, but then her camera freezes. And,
Oh, wow.
he's our behind the scenes. He makes sure this place gets off without any clicks or anything. We got Tafari in the building.
Yeah.
What's up, dude?
I'm just tagging until Laney gets it together. 6 man coming off the bench.
This is how we do. We got a special guest with us tonight. If you have seen Blue Beetle, and if you haven't, you should. He's been making a lot of waves. I've been following him for a couple of years now, but he's been making a lot of waves with this latest cosplay he's done, and it is Blue Beetle, and it's just as good,
It's
if
genius.
not better.
Right.
Fantabulous.
If not better, like because there's no latex involved.
That's what she said.
But Sir Julius Cosplay is here with us. What's going on, man?
What's
Hello,
up,
everyone.
sir? What's going on, man?
We are going to talk to this brother.
How you guys doing?
We're going to talk to this brother about the cosplays he's been doing and this latest one, which has been, I think, in one weekend, it word got out overseas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm seeing this is when we were all at BlurCon. And I'm looking.
Yeah,
I'm like,
it was Brazil, I think.
Yeah, it was Brazil. Yeah.
Yeah.
Umbrigado.
He's just like he
I
put some
saw a
post up
tweet.
in it. I seen that.
The Portuguese.
I saw
know
a tweet. Sorry, not a tweet. X, whatever. I don't know. I don't even know what to call it anymore.
Nobody does.
We're confused. We're just as confused.
Yeah.
I thought it was Spanish, and then I was like, wait, because all right, so I don't speak Spanish, but I can recognize Spanish, you know.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's not Spanish, is that? I was like, is that Portuguese? So I followed the page, and I was like, Brazil? Okay.
William.
His whole face went,
William.
Hey, pardon, what?
Yes.
William.
Right out the gate.
I need you to
really
look,
will.
I need you to look down and
Really?
think about what you said.
Clock out.
Wait,
Max
that's
William
a
and
tweet?
Wesley
Is that-
Snipes
is that-
gets lost sometimes.
Out.
That's some
Hey,
copyright going
like,
on here.
we don't know what X is calling these things. Black Twitter is still known as Black Twitter. That's just what we're calling it. You know, real to
There
hard.
she is. There she is. Yes, you are no longer the ship's Babadook. I appreciate this.
Listen, I was prepared to actually put myself in the cabin in the woods and be that version, but then again, I got 7-year-old kids, so I can't do it.
Dang.
That movie
I was gonna
so
help y'all
messed
out
up.
in
I'm not gonna
Cleveland.
lie.
You know, I got family over there, so
Look,
you know.
and you know, if anything, you might know like that's not how you say that word to get the ritual on. You say it this way. We all see what happened to Ash in Evil Dead. We all seen he flubbed one word. That's all he does, and ends up sleeping for 7,000 years.
Did everybody just get assigned like a plague today? I've heard fire, hell, brimstone, rain, bad internet. What I missed?
All the above.
It's chill around here. Shoot,
think that's
even
about it.
even the bad
Versus
kids are
not
staying off
bad.
the street. So what's that
Yeah,
tell
every day is something new out here, bro. Something new out here.
Yeah.
Well, I'm used to it.
I grew up
Hey,
in
Please
Florida,
stop Mother
so
Nature. Please apologize.
I thought we were in the clear until Southern California said, "Oh, we're getting rain," and I'm like, "Okay, that's fine."
Mm-mm.
And no, we're
The
getting a
Earth
hurricane.
is dying now.
Right now,
You're not
Global
wrong.
Maui
warming
is
is
getting it.
real.
Yes.
The folks in Maui are getting it bad.
They are hurting.
Yeah, they're hurting.
But
Shout out
it's funny
to the
because I was at work and I was talking to my friends and they were like, "Oh, the humans are killing the Earth," and I was like, the Earth's been here for billions of years.
Mhm.
The Earth ain't going nowhere.
True.
Earth is killing
Earth
us.
Earth is gonna be fine.
Earth is kind of sitting back and going, "I'll wait."
Yep.
Mhm.
Like it was, I can't remember which movie it was. It's like, no, Earth isn't sick. we're the virus. It's just that's just what it is.
And it's and what does the body do to fight viruses?
Exactly.
Fever.
So y'all people out there, politicians and whoever, like y'all can say global warming ain't real if you want to. I'm waiting on Clenthal from Earth, whatever.
I hate to say it.
Another
Once you get that one,
humans are the pink sauce of the earth. There's an expiration date, and it doesn't look good.
Right. Mother Nature. Mother Nature said, "Remember."
I said what I said.
We are the itch. We are the itch to Mother Nature, and she's about to scratch.
The words of Homer Simpson. Somehow the animals are always the first to know.
Yeah.
Mother Nature's pulling a no Russian from Call of Duty.
Earth is closing off his exhaust ports on his Death Star, so none of us can take it out. No one can take it out.
It's crazy. It's I pray for the best.
And then they announce aliens and stuff, and everybody's just like, so.
We knew that. Like we knew that. We just waiting for y'all to say it.
That's a long time ago. It's like, you don't want to go.
The Red Wedding Will.
So we didn't get to do the Area 51 raid because they just didn't want to be outed before they were ready. That's
exactly.
I'll put it in Star Trek. I'll put it in Star Trek terms. The Prime Directive doesn't even apply to us in space right now. It's just like just avoid them.
Yeah. At some point, they're just like, you know what? They ain't ready.
Nah, I know people. I know cats trying to get that Mass Effect on. Get some relationships going.
The Nick Fury going on.
Hey.
Not the clapping of the cheeks. Not clapping alien cheeks.
Why everybody else was mad about Nick Fury and his exploits? I was just like, man, it's a super spy. What did you think was going to happen? It's in its nature.
That's true. Not Mother Nature's pyramid head. Really, Lainey?
I gotta put it in tomorrow.
And it's just me and Obi in the house, and it's getting dark. Thank you for putting that paranoid thought in my head.
Oh gosh.
Mother Nature's pyramid. Hold up.
I gotta.
Hold on, wait. Hold up. Wait, it's right next to me too. Ironically.
Wait, I got one too somewhere.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Nice.
Oh my God. It's crazy. I'm not gonna pretend to know what's going on in this world. I really not
show off.
And I pray for our Hawaiian brothers and sisters down in Maui.
Yeah.
That is tragic beyond words and a little iffy, a little shifty if you don't ask me. And
hey Chris, can I say something real quick?
Go ahead.
We've got people that are in positions of power that don't react, but when you call them out on it, the first thing they want to do is claim, well, I didn't think it was that important. The alarms should have gone off. The alarm should have gone off so people could have reacted and did what they needed to do.
You have
and your bitch ass wasn't doing nothing.
You have over 800 people unseen or can't be found. I'm like, yeah, you don't mean to tell me this is section.
On an island?
It's section.
On an island with active.
Nobody don't care that much though.
Yeah.
About where's that?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's something more. And if you listen to the people of Maui who are still, living and everything else,
it has to be.
You gotta know.
Come here.
You kind of have an idea.
Give me a second, guys. This is my daughter.
Hey, hello, little one.
She's adorable. Oh my God,
baby Beetle.
Baby Beetle.
This is my shadow. This is my shadow, and movie, right? Oh wait, say hi. Hi.
Hola. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Aww.
We love the kids here. No lie.
Yes.
We do love the kids here. We're not like other folks where we're gonna tear kids out. We want
Be like your daddy when you grow up. Okay, be like your daddy when you grow up. Okie dokie. All right.
I can just imagine how many of the suits that she's gotten into.
Don't go to sleep.
She did like Morgan.
She got rescue armor. I'm telling you.
I mean,
rescue armor from her.
So today's my day off, and usually on my days off, I'm just working on projects and stuff. And she likes to help, so she's basically my shadow. Like everywhere I go, she's right.
She's just Morgan's heart.
She gonna build her own suit.
Yeah.
So like she knew I was doing this, so she's literally like right next to me, just like twiddling her thumbs right now.
No, Father, you're doing it incorrectly. Let me show you how to do it. Where'd that bass come from?
All right. So you know what?
Oh, you're saying that's spider bite right there.
Yeah, exactly. It's Spider Bite. That it is.
I didn't
That's
even
what
think
she
of
is.
that.
That's who she is. Spider Bite.
Okay.
So we'll get this thing going. We had a little bit of news. Former champion WWE Bray Wyatt passed away. He was 36.
I'm not ready for this, yo.
Look.
Oh my gosh.
This was out of left field. Now we know Bray had he had been pretty much radio silent for almost a year.
Yeah.
About a year.
And it was already health issues. We the collective kind of knew it was something more, but yeah, some people say heart attack. We don't know, but 36 is extremely young.
Right.
Oh no, it's confirmed. It is confirmed.
Yeah, it is
heart attack.
He did have a heart
Due to
attack.
complications from COVID, because he was
35
just
in like 2
recovering
weeks.
from COVID. Yeah, he was out hard because of COVID, and then they said he had a heart attack, and
he
couldn't resuscitate him.
Yeah, and then just what I think maybe 2 days prior to that, Terry Funk had passed away.
We lost
79 years old. Look, I'm not. Terry Funk was one of the reasons I watched ECW.
Man.
And when he came over to the WWE and I seen some of those matches, and I'm like, somebody get this old ass man. He should not be doing these matches. And
taking chair shots and light bulbs and barbed
wire. And
it's the passion. It's the passion behind it. Like,
man,
you can always tell. You can always tell when a wrestler is like they're passionate about that. And,
yeah. Like
is it passion of the Christ or just passion? Because all the
blood,
really.
Listen, look, I've seen the matches, man.
Look,
man.
I'll put it this way: there's Ric Flair and there's Terry Funk. Wrestling fans know there's a big difference.
It's a big difference.
Terry was a legend in Japan.
Yeah.
Man, oh my god, him and Mr. Onita would go at it, and those matches were just unbelievable.
We seen during the Raw era, during the Attitude era of WWE, and me and my brother was watching a match, and Terry Funk took a chair shot to the head. This dude fell on the stomach, and his hand was twitching. Like I was like, "Yo, somebody get this dude!" Like, man, like
but the man
this is unnatural.
But the man could sell it though.
He
could.
The
man could sell it.
He could. You're right, Corey. You're right. It was a huge difference.
Yep.
All the way, yeah. But yeah, shout
out. What's up, man?
Legends in the game, even Bray Wyatt, legends in the game, staying power, absolute staying power. Like I said, Terry Funk was one of the reasons I watched ECW, and it's how I got introduced to people like Mankind, Tommy Dreamer, Sabu, oh my God,
Dean Malenko, Eddie Guerrero, the Pitbulls, the Public Enemy. We can go down the list.
El Fanatico, and just
Super Crazy, and oh my goodness.
If you didn't like what happened on wrestling earlier that week, wait till like Friday at midnight on your cable access and watch ECW. It'll wash all of that other stuff out the way.
That's what, because Funk brought in the Dudley Boys. Now that I think about it,
yeah, it was a lot of people. Legendary table, ladders, and chair matches. Legendary. Also, it's a lot this week. Studio Ghibli animation director Nizo Yamamoto passed away at 70 years old from cancer.
What?
Yeah. So it was.
Wow.
Yeah. Still, it's a lot. I'm like, where's the happy? Like, I need some happy. What is going on?
Studio Ghibli movies is how I introduced my wife into like semi-anime when we first started dating. I took her. The first movie we watched together was Ponyo. Is Ponyo?
Yep. Ponyo,
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That was the first movie we watched together, and she loved it. And I was just like, all right, okay, like that. Wait. I did not reel her in, so I went from Ponyo to Ninja Scroll.
Dude, what a jump!
Wow. I don't know.
Just went all in with it. Damn.
That's weed
I
to
was
like
like,
black tar
You
heroin.
couldn't squeeze it with a
Like,
spirit. You couldn't you couldn't throw Kiki's or spirit away.
Nah.
Weed to
Nope.
mushrooms.
I was like, next. Literally within a week of each other, I was like, next, boom. She was like, what? What?
Wow. So that means the way you introduced your wife to anime is the way I introduced my wife to sci-fi movies and television shows. And when I showed her, I'm like, oh, you like that? Then you'll love Firefly. And she watched the entire series, went literally out of her mouth, and I was waiting for it. When's the next season?
Because you're a bad person.
That's a fact.
No,
don't you love that?
No.
That is
it's how you look. It's the same energy we have when we introduce our kids to Star Wars.
Yep. But don't you love it when they're kind of like against it? They're like, I don't want to watch this, and then you get them into it, right? And then they're watching it, they're into it, and you give them that look like,
yeah, you waiting for it. It's like waiting. I'm waiting.
Like you like it, don't you?
I love the New Hope. Let me introduce you to episode 5. See if you still stick around after that.
Yeah, like it was literally when she looked, my wife gave me. She was like, "Really?" And I'm like, "You need to understand the pain of millions."
Yes.
Sadist.
That's all I gotta say.
You would have been sleeping in another bedroom for real.
It could have been worse.
It was the only way. It's the only way you have to learn.
It's the only way. It's like, I don't know how you're gonna do it, but you need to fix this right now.
She at least watched Serenity.
Yes, she did watch Serenity. I showed her in that complete order. I'm like, however, and that's how I hit it. Like once she hit it, she's like, "Where's the rest?" There isn't anymore. However, there is Serenity, and then I brought her in with Serenity, and she was like, "That was good." Then are they making any more? Nope.
Hello, darkness,
ladies and gentlemen.
And then they ask why, and you be like, "Welcome to my world."
This is what
now you know what it means.
Welcome to what fans have been asking for the last 20 years.
You signed up for this.
And here's the beauty of it. She became a Nathan Fillion fan.
Yes,
just like everybody else.
Wait, speaking of Sir Fillion, Guy, he's playing Guy Gardner, right?
Yes.
He is.
It's official.
That's
official.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm
the most volatile out of all of them. Hell yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out how they're gonna. I hope they don't give him that bowl cut.
I hope
that bowl cut's coming.
They will.
You know it.
I hope he's an asshole. I hope he brings it. I hope he brings everything.
If he's the same level of asshole he was in Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog as Captain Hammer.
Oh, it's gonna be perfect.
Yeah, perfect. Because you're just like, he's an ass, but it's funny, you know. I'm like,
and what's the TV show that he did where he's the writer with the
Castle?
Castle. If he brings that, perfect.
Oh yeah. Like I don't like what you're doing, but you're the captain. It's kind of hard to hate you right now.
Yeah. I hate arguing with people online, like in comment sections and stuff, because there was a few people, they was like, "Oh, why him? He's too old." I was like, "Shut up."
We've been asking for this.
Perfect.
You don't understand.
Let's give us what we want, please.
No, but then when they announced he was Green Lantern, I was like, Green Lantern. And then they was like, "Oh, he's playing Guy Gardner," and I was like, "Oh." Okay, that works.
He's voiced Hal Jordan before on one of DC's animated films, you know. So like it's there. He's a nerd.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, full blown.
He's a nerd. So he's more like even the short film they did when he plays Nathan Drake. Fantastic. Fans been wanting that forever. Yeah. But that short film they did when he does Uncharted, it's like a 20-minute short film on YouTube, completely free. Check that out. We were just like, that's what we were looking for. That was perfect. And I don't know why the studios never picked up on it. I'm like, you don't seem to understand. Like, this is what we've been looking for. Like,
These executives are flash in the pan. They don't really care. If they don't know anything about the property or they're fans of it, they're just going to just throw out something out there and hope it works. And then when it doesn't, well, that means the fans are fickle. No, we know bullshit when we see it. We're not going to spend money on that.
All day.
I think the best thing is listening to actors and writers and stuff like after. So some people say, how come a lot of these actors and writers, they come out with this news so many years later and stuff like that? And I try to explain to people, I said there are NDAs that they're still under.
Nigga don't ask. Negro don't ask.
Years, for literal like years. Like even though the series ended, they're still under that NDA that they can't say anything. Right. Mm-hmm. So when it's up, they're like, all right.
Let me give you
I'm about to.
That is a restrictive feeling when you're under NDA. It's like you want to say something. You even come up with codes. So that way you can technically say you didn't say anything. But if you figure it out, I didn't tell you. So
very much.
Yep. Exactly. But when those things are up, they
tell you.
Like, all
right.
But
I'm not gonna tell you who I don't like on this panel.
Right.
I mean, I can write down on a piece of paper and leave, and then you can figure it out. Therefore, I didn't say nothing.
I love how dry they get. I'm not going to confirm nor deny, and it's like it's inflection. I'm not going to confirm nor deny that I'm playing.
It's always that pause.
That's all I need. That's all I needed. You know.
Or when they'll ask you a question, they'll be like, "Oh, so and so, this and that." No comment.
I plead the fifth.
Or if they do the wink in between, there's no way we could cast him.
Was it Guardians Volume 3 when they were doing press run? Was it Pom Clemente and Zoe Saldana when they were doing a run and something was said, but they gave a look towards each other like, how did they figure that out? But they knew they couldn't say any. I think it might have been them too. It was something between the two of them. Something was said, and it was a look given.
Yeah.
And they
that's the thing, though. You see, people. I feel like all actors and people in those positions, they should spend at least 2 years working retail. Because I was a manager at GameStop for like 6 years, and I can lie with a straight face.
The devil.
So you've been ordained. You have been baptized that far. It's like
they're like, yo, I know you got those PS4s back there. Me, nah.
He's like, I heard you had like a shipment of 20.
Nah.
What?
Meanwhile, we got like 15.
That's crazy.
Right.
Wow.
I'm surprised you're so close, but
you can't check in the back. I don't even got the key today, dog. That's the other manager. I'm sorry.
That's the man. The man just went out on lunch break. You got the lockbox.
But you go to the counter and be like, look, I know the game. All right, I work retail. I know the game. All right, look, I'm gonna look over here at this wall, so the camera ain't looking at us. And we just gonna talk about why I'm over here reporting. You just kind of whisper, act like you saying something to me about the games that's on the wall. You tell me.
But then the best is once in a while I'll step in there, right? And then they'll start selling to me. And I'll be like, no, I'm okay. And I try my best not to drop the fact that I used to be one of you. But when they keep pushing, I was like, listen, store manager, 7 years, okay? And as soon as I say that, they go, "Oh, okay."
it's almost like we ain't getting
like it's useless.
It's like he knows. He's
the inside man.
That aha face, like, oh, okay.
Kind of like a Narnia moment. Don't respect me.
I'm going to lunch.
Ring me up so I can get out of here before I start melting, please.
Why is it so hot in there?
You've seen the other side,
right?
They want y'all in and out. Ain't no hanging around. Don't let your kids come play the game.
Hang out in GameStop.
Did you ever like feel bad when people bring you like 6 consoles and 18 games and you like 37.45?
I used to buy stuff off of people all the time.
He's like, look, I'm not going to shade you.
Wait,
he's like, I'm not even going to
What
shade you.
is Secrets of the Hustle, ladies and gentlemen?
Secrets
of the Hustle.
Oh. I got 2 of them. Yeah,
Bro.
Nice master drive.
Somebody came in. So I've had this for years. Somebody came in. They was like, "Yeah, how much I get for this?" I was like, "Nothing." And they were like, and it was mom. Was it a mom? Yeah, she was like, "Yeah, I just want to get rid of it." I was like, "I give you $10."
Why do
Rude.
Wow.
No, actually, no, because I think
Can't give you story credit, but what's your cash app real quick?
I think maybe 20 years ago it was worth 50. So I mean, it's not a bad move.
To find a original master
bro. It's that nostalgia. Just have that.
I ended up having 2 of them because my cousins in Texas, they had a fire and they had moved, and then they said, "Hey, we still got this Sega. We want to get rid of it." And my mom was like, "Ship it up here. I'll give it to my son." And
I'm sitting here looking behind me, all the stuff I bought up for people.
When I say the thing still work, like I hooked it up and everything. When I say it still works,
that ain't cool. That ain't flexing. Ain't cool. Okay.
He was just like, okay. Ooh.
Wait.
Oh, nice.
I got 2 of those.
The full run.
I've got 2 of those.
Full run.
People used to come in all the time.
But if you think about it, that's a good way to drum up business. He's like, look, GameStop ain't gonna sell you nothing. But my boy being the manager though, go talk to him specifically.
Oh, definitely.
Like, go talk.
And we were technically not supposed to, but who cares? Really listen?
Yeah.
It's not for the store. It's for me. It's
like, look, you can't sell it to me in the store, but outside it's free and clear.
That's literally what we used to do. That's literally what we used to do.
You take your breaks, huh? I'm going on for a break real quick.
Are you hitting him with the Mr. Credible line? He was like, "I'm not telling you to fill out Form 1094. Well, I'm not telling you to go down and make this call and call this person. I'm not telling."
Uh-huh.
I'm not telling you that I will gladly pay you $45. I'm just saying if you was outside and I was outside, then you have 45. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly.
You know, the older I get,
that happened the other day at my job. The lady came in, her son pissed her off, and she said, "I'm trying to get rid of this collection of Yu-Gi-Oh cards."
Oh,
said, man, we may able to give you a whole lot for
that little devil on my shoulder. He was just
it was Beelzebub on my shoulder. Okay, I said, "Ma'am, if you would meet me outside, I'll tell you how we can handle this." Went outside and said, "I will give you $50 for the whole thing."
God damn.
That's
I've had one of those on more than one occasion. Like
at some point,
mom straight up selling the entire collection of whatever it was.
Even the angel,
and I would feel bad.
Even the angel was like, "Yeah,
the angel was like, you know what? That's a good deal. Go ahead, take that."
It's really bad. It's not like you cheat them on their price. You just said, "I give you $50." They agreed. Cool. I feel bad whoever's collection I got, but it's my collection now. So
no, you don't. Don't act like you're mad. You have some baby that maybe got a bad grade this month. You ain't sad or mad for him. You'd have given it back to him.
No. I said I felt bad. I said I didn't feel for him. I said I felt bad.
What's the difference?
It's his loss. I'm all right. Look. All I can say is my collection grown up. It ain't my fault he can't pass English. That ain't me. That's a failure on his parents.
Not the purge because that kid will probably remember you and come for you.
No, but he got a point. You mess it up. You mess it up in school. Like I had a mom come in one time. This is when the 360 was still hot. Yeah, I'm aging myself with GameStop. She had the 360. She had like 20 games, and she looked at me and she was like, and the 360 was still like basically new. Like it was only out for like 6 months, maybe almost a year. And she was like, "I'm getting rid of everything." And I see the tears coming down his face.
Damn.
And
triggered.
I just felt bad. I'm scanning everything. And I'm like, and she was like, she's like, "Don't feel bad for him." It was a black mom too. She was like,
"That's not what we know." You didn't say that. We knew.
What Julius just said was what my mom did to me. She said, "Look, your entire pen of video game consoles you love so much will be gone by tomorrow if you don't pass this class." That's all I needed.
Mm-hmm. She's like, "Don't feel bad for him." She's like, "I told him." She's like, "I warned him multiple times." Mm-hmm. And then I think the total, it was some bullshit total. I think it was like $150. Like, so because it was still recent and he had a decent amount of games. And she said just like this. She's like, "Thank you," and she walked right out. And he right behind her like this.
Dejected.
Now he's just permanently got you tied to that bad memory.
This was the villain arc that this guy.
That origin story.
The villain arc was created.
Yeah.
I was just thinking that.
The monologue. He was like, in
his mind, because a vow was made that day.
I will get all of them back.
But you know what? You know what you do? See, if I was that kid, this is what you do. You get right, get your grades up, get a job, make your own money, buy your own shit.
Mm-hmm.
So that if Mama Dukes try to pull that,
you didn't buy that.
I paid for this.
Everything else.
It's mine.
But you know,
but then knowing my mom, she'll just cut off the power.
That part. See, mom's always got that one in the chamber when you think you got one over on him. It's like I paid for this car. Did you put the gas in it?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
How's that insurance?
Yeah, I'm about to say thank you. I'm about to say,
how's that insurance that's in my name?
Right.
You think
like I paid for the groceries, but did you pay for that refrigerator
or the gas?
It's like,
So think about it.
That entire episode of Everybody Hates Chris when he didn't want to do the dishes.
right.
I pay rent on time, but do you own this house?
You're not pulling to Michelle. I don't need this. My husband got 2 jobs. I'm like, Michelle, that's toxic. Don't do
my mind always goes to allowance. What do you mean allowance? I allow you to live. I allow you to eat. I allow you to sleep.
Oh my God. We're gonna take a quick commercial break. We're gonna come back. We're gonna finish talking to Sir Julius cosplay. We're gonna talk about all these dope cosplays his brother has been doing. The wave that's just hitting, and then we're gonna be talking about Blue Beetle, and we're gonna do a review on that one because it's been a while, and we deserve it. And as much y'all deserve it too. Y'all deserve it too. So we're gonna be right back. Right? Where's my signature? Right after this.
Yay!
Yay! I was eating. What commercial? Commercial break. I'll give you a commercial. There's a goddamn celestial in the ocean and no one is talking about this. What even is that?
Spider-Man, a psychopath wielding powers he has no right to possess.
Jameson, not now. Is this a Thanos thug showing up on CBT? Did Jesus come back and get stuck halfway through? How does nobody have answers on this? It has been sitting here ignored and untouched for months like a Christmas tree. We might as well hang ornaments on it. Read all 600 pages of the Sokovia Accords. Everybody got their nose up in Wakanda business. But nobody has answers on this? I don't even need like an official news report. Send a single TikTok star with a ship. How is nobody investigating this? What the fuck?
That was genius. Absolute genius.
Answers we still don't have.
Exactly.
And we never will. Mommy, there's a finger in the ground. Shut your face and go to school.
Like we don't.
I know people of Earth in that universe are stressed.
I know. Oh yeah. I mean, we seen what happened at the end of Eternals. Like they came and got old girl and left, and like nobody seemed to be too phased about it. They were just like, yeah. We were just waiting our turn at this point.
It's like global warming. We're just going to ignore that Celestial is just getting vengeance on us.
I mean, to be fair, again, we did not respond to the presence of aliens, so this is pretty accurate.
We're just like, we're just waiting. We're waiting.
I don't need like a big update. Just show me that the country's like painted lines to at least divide who gets what part. Something.
Oh my God. Tracy, that was genius. Rebellious Lawson of Always Press Record, one of our sponsors. Shout out to Trey and Always Press Record. So Sir Julius cosplay.
Hello,
dude. I've been following you for a few years now. You know, we tend to be in the same circles. We in the same circles. You know, Hellspawn. Richard. All these guys. So.
Yep.
As he has the scarab in the background on display, full display, which rightfully so.
That's why I keep it.
It looks amazing. Number one, then you had BlurCon, and you had a piece pop, and I helped you put it on, and I was just like, "This looks phenomenal." It does, And I said, "Dare I say, better than the movie?" And
I've been getting that a lot, and I'm just like, and here's the thing: I seen the actual one up close. Not at San Diego. I was I've been invited to a lot of places, so
All of
that I can't talk about because of the whole strike.
Yeah. But
But
go ahead, Lady Mandalore.
Wait, I don't want it.
Go ahead.
Just blink twice. Just blink twice if it looks shitty. Just blink twice. Blink twice.
No, it's not shit. It's not shit. Yeah, they made 6 of them. They made 6 of them. So there's 6 ones.
That's why I was
There's Demetrius right there.
I know
And
Look at it. He's talking shit.
I can talk about it.
He talked him up, and he appeared.
Oh my God, boy.
Speak of the D, and he will appear to thee. There we go.
Should I tell them what we're working on? D? Can I tell them what we're working on? No? Okay.
Yeah, I think he responded.
He said no FC apparently.
Give a fuck is what the man said.
He said himself for everybody in this chat.
Wait a minute. Oh, now
he doesn't
got pause.
He got too hyper. He had to hold up.
Okay, there you go. There's
green light.
There's the compliment.
Jared D.
Wait.
All right.
This is a blur.
All right.
This was a blurred time.
Okay, we're working. Me and Hellspawn, we're working on multiple things. I will give you a clue for one of them.
I saw it. I knew it.
I'll leave it at that.
I knew it. Okay. I knew it.
I'll leave it at that.
That's facts. He wrong. He is not lying about that.
My dude. I knew it.
Oh, I'm excited. Her.
Another person who really pulls off about all these cosplays, and I don't think he expected it to go like he did, but it's doing great numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing you in these places, and I got a couple pictures, but it's not just Blue Beetle. Let's put it that way. It's not just Blue Beetle. You did Sub-Zero. You did that's for the movie.
That's Blue Beetle.
You did Sub-Zero. That's Sub-Zero. Nice. That was you did that one for BlurCon, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I believe so. Because you're
part of that was Katsucon. I did the other Sub-Zero for BlurCon.
Okay. And I gotta say,
the hit was everything, bro.
Nailed it.
And I'm like, dude, okay. But see, this is how you came on my radar when I first started following you, and it was Red Hood.
Yep.
Yeah. That was one of the first.
That's tough.
One of my
I
first.
showed that to a dude at my job, and he drooled.
I'm wondering why.
Right.
No, he was like,
I talked to you later, D.
Later, D.
He ain't got no sense. That boy
he was
ain't
trying
right.
to do that. He was trying to do that cosplay for that. I think for that and for Cyclops. Drool, salivate.
The thing about it is that I don't see that version of Red Hood done a lot by a lot of people, so that's why I did it. Like I always try to do stuff that you don't see.
Okay.
Like the Ronin. Yeah, a lot of people use the helmet. I see the helmet a million times, but I've never seen the rest of it, like with the short hoodie and the gauntlets and stuff like that. I rarely see that. So I was like, yeah, let's do it.
You've even done Red X, and I was just like, yo, if you've watched Teen Titans,
right,
then you know who Red X is. And I'm just like, yeah, and that's when I started following him. I'm like, and that's when I realized I'm like, oh, him, Hellspawn, Richard. Like, I'm like, I ended up falling into that circle. And I'm like, okay, I know I'm around some dope people right now. And just seeing when I seen your versions of Red Hood, and I'm like, I said the same thing. I'm like, nobody else is doing this. I haven't. The
funny thing about it is that I gotta give Hellspawn a lot of props because we confide in each other a lot, and he's the guy that always kicks me in the butt. Like I'll be like, I don't feel like doing it. He'd be like, nigga, do it. And I'd be like, okay. It's just simple as that. Like,
no, that's exactly what it is.
That's him.
Exactly.
You need friends like that.
But you need friends, you need support like that every time, because I mean, you look at my crew, like there isn't a time we aren't like. I have Lady Mandalore tells me, like, I'm texting something, she's like, go to bed, and I'm like, all right, I'm done. One more thing.
One that Jack, the uncle. One more thing.
You got told on that. You got told on. That's a shame.
But
you gotta feed them NyQuil and a shot of whiskey to get these two to get them to go to bed.
Damn.
Joke's on you. I've built up a tolerance.
I have. Listen. This is my workshop / gym / garage. Blah blah blah. I have sat on the floor here, like making painting and stuff like that. 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. My wife would come in, right, and it's like I have like a mini heart attack because we all know the fear that your woman strikes into you. But so,
why?
Because what it is, because this is what it is. I'll go to bed. I will wake up and she'd be asleep, right? I'll put my finger underneath her nose. All right, she's out. Then I'll come in and I'll be painting something, right? And then like an hour later, I hear the door open. I'm like, and she'll just be like.
Is that the equivalent of getting caught looking at something you ain't had no business when your mom walking? You like,
word.
Didn't I tell you to put that goddamn video game down? Didn't I tell you to go to bed?
Like, why?
And she'd be like, babe. She'd be like, babe, you said you was gonna paint this tomorrow, and then I'm a smart ass. I'd be like, well, babe.
It is
technically.
It is tomorrow.
It is
wow.
I felt a kindred smart ass spirit somewhere.
I'm the same way. I am the same exact way. Like, like it's not the weekend. I said, honey, it's after midnight. It's officially the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
It counts.
Pillow over.
It's 4:30 in the morning. It's actually early morning if you want to be honest about it.
Yeah.
Lord, today y'all don't know happy wife, happy life. Okay.
Yes, we do.
I tried that twice. I'm by myself on the shelf and I'm thrilled.
You ain't
but then support is different. Like there's different levels of support, right? So like my wife, she won't say, she'll do. Like she'll buy paint and just randomly I'll have new paint and I'll be like, oh, thank you. She's like, mm-hmm.
That's that mama.
The mama admission, like, I look, this for you, so you can sit there and say I support you. I ain't gonna let you know, but I'm gonna nod and I'm gonna just walk off.
But ladies, little key is let me hurry up and buy this shit so he ain't going out for another half an hour looking for this one particular can of paint. So this is done quicker so that I can go to sleep too.
Wow.
We know.
We all live the same lives.
Yeah,
that's basically what it is.
That's why when he said
we don't do that here.
That's why when he said his wife opened the door, he had to look like I'm like, yeah, I know that look. Like I'm
you
like did she
let me guess, you up editing, you added the music and stuff like that, you got your headphones on and
you still
like,
got it. Yes.
Like, does she just ninja in and teleport on top of you, or is it like the villainous slow creak of the door?
It's normally like a bathroom run. It's just like I'm like that's what I was like. Oh,
you never got the hand. You never got the hand across the shoulder when you got.
I've done this one time. I did it one time where I was like.
She knew you were faking it.
Yeah, because I wasn't snoring.
Wow.
And that's how she said it. She was like, I know you're not sleeping because you're not snoring in that position.
You got me.
They know us, bro. They know us.
It's just like
they know us. And this is why I can't surprise her with nothing. Like I can't surprise her because my routine is so predictable. Like if I do, like say for example, I don't shop outside. I don't go to the mall at all for anything.
Good man.
So one day I was like, okay, I'm gonna surprise her. I'm gonna buy her a gift from the mall. So I'm in the mall, right? So she calls me, like, where you at? I'm in the mall. You don't go to the mall. What you doing in the mall? I'm like,
suspicion.
See, that's why you gotta have a good backstory. You always gotta have a good backstory.
Well,
since you're there, I'm a size 6.
Okay.
Like it got to a point where like I'm trying to buy you something. Damn it. She's like, oh, okay.
I see. That's what you gotta learn. Do a backstory, repeat it, learn every detail, and then it sounds smooth. You just gotta make it fit you. That's all.
It's 20 years from me, Will. It's never smooth. It's never smooth.
Practice the emotion.
I just said
that's all it is. It's the belief in it. If you believe it, you have to believe it. If you don't believe it, that's how they sense the bullshit.
Yo, don't follow this man. We both roasting down to hell. Don't follow this man.
Oh, he said if you just believe.
If you just believe it, you gotta believe. There's an anime like that. I forgot what it was called. It was a group of them.
All of them.
Like they all OP. Like their powers are basically okay. It's like, say for example, the character, one of the characters. I'm going back. It's like 15 years. The character looked and he was like, "I can't fly, but I believe I can fly." And next thing you know, he's flying. And I'm like, "What kind of OP shit is this?"
You're not Peter Pan. What are you doing?
What to think about?
Oh my god! It's I know the life. To the point where I'm just like, and I'm an Aries, so I just got. She's an Aries too, so this is like that's how she can sniff out the bullshit. She's like, I know, but I'm just like, you have no business even knowing me like that.
My humblest apologies on your journey, sir. I am.
That's how you keep on their toes, though. They do learn us, but you have to be unpredictable sometimes.
There's no such thing. You just kind of just
but we know
exactly. You just say,
but we know.
It becomes
more. Y'all do know us. This is true, but that's still you gotta have
it becomes
I'm a
more.
Capricorn. I thrive on unpredictability.
It becomes more like which one you don't care about her knowing. It was like, I don't care if she caught me this time. It's like I didn't do anything wrong. And then you stand on that hill. You just stand on that hill.
It's so interesting.
Especially if she knows that you're a smart ass.
Yeah.
You know what you signed up for.
Exactly.
I'm trying to be quiet.
That's what I'm saying.
Being quiet.
Look, it's a good one if she knows your vices. If she knows your vices and supports them, you have a good woman. You're gonna treat her right regardless.
Yeah, there's times like the last time I did it, the first and last time she went with me to go pick up a pull list, and there's a reason why, is because it was in the summer and she didn't want the air on. She was getting too cold, so she was like, I was like, I'm running in and I'm running back out, and that didn't happen because it was an hour later and she was sweating. And when I got back in the car, I'm like, oh shit, I came here at 1. It's now 2:30. Oh my god.
Bruh.
And she was just like, the look, that 20-minute ride home, all this side of my face. You know how horses wear blinders?
And then this is you driving.
Yeah.
Yep.
You ain't even looking at her.
Yep.
Looking at
you had to side-eye the radio and everything. Side-eye the radio.
Let's hear something to kind of break the silence.
Oh wait, and then it gets better. It goes better. So what you want to eat? Whatever she wants in triplicates.
Your soul on pumpernickel.
Not a bad question to follow with.
Your soul on pumpernickel.
It's just what we do. It's you live and you learn. Thank God I've lived more and probably learned just as much. But this is why y'all won't see me at Dragon Con. It's near our anniversary.
Hey, don't do that, because I'll be at Dragon Con.
Look, self-preservation on that one. You ain't now. That's self-preservation.
I'm not a dumb man.
Dragon Con is always my birthday weekend, so I can't make it this year, but next year I am in there like somewhere.
All right, I will see you there, sir. I will see you there.
I gotta make it.
I'm gonna be wandering around lost as hell.
Huh?
You said you're gonna be wandering lost. Is that what you said?
No.
Every email they send me back raises more questions than it answers. I'm just.
Oh my gosh!
Really? See what happens at this point.
I've survived 13 of them. So what does that say about me?
Okay, I might need you to answer some
Follow
questions.
the rules.
This is also true. I basically finessed the interview with Beetle.
The hell? Y'all, just be wandering into luck. That's how y'all survive.
This is true. At one point, I was backstage at DreamCon, and I was not supposed to be before closing ceremony. I have almost made them late 2 years in a row. for the end.
Bro, that's like similar stuff with me. Like because that's why I've never paid for a photo op. I've never like did a meetup. I've met so many people just organically. I remember like 2012 or 13 New York Comic Con. I was sitting somewhere, and shit you not, Kevin Bacon sat right next to me and my boys to eat, and we was just like,
damn.
6 degrees.
You sure?
I'm like 6 degrees himself.
Like mother effer, like do you know who you are? But then you get into a situation, right? And then you look around to make sure everybody sees what you're seeing and nobody's saying anything about it. That was me and my boys. We were just like,
y'all cool?
No.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Y'all don't want to bring attention. Y'all don't want to bring attention to it.
Exactly what you mean because
like we were trying to be cool about it, but we were just like, does nobody see this motherfucker sitting down right now?
You need some.
Because remember when we went to BlurCon and I think I was the first one there, and because I was getting the passes. And remember I said I got on the elevator and Karen Ashley was on her phone, and I'm looking in the elevator. It was me, her, another woman. It was probably her handler or somebody, and some other and a cosplayer. And I'm looking like, y'all do know that's the Yellow Ranger, right?
Yeah.
There. Like
the regular people.
Yeah, just regular folks. Yeah.
Well, Stark's true. But Karen Ashley,
she's just on her phone, and then I'm just like, when she looked up, and I'm like, oh shit, oh shit. Like all the Queen's English left me and everything, and I was just like,
really?
Shit.
Really, Queen's English?
Queen's English. Miss Lizzie in a box.
I mean, yeah, no shame to anybody. No shame to anyone who's ever had to pay for an autograph, but because of my luck, wouldn't let that shit happen to me though.
Maybe I'm weird. I don't get starstruck though, honestly, because I know Karen, so she's a sweetheart. I see her at San Diego and at Blur.
Look at this light.
The humble brag.
I know, right?
Okay, now I did lose my mind when I met Nicholas Draper at San Diego, and we talked for almost 30 minutes. That was.
Yo, you know who was a down to earth Power Ranger? Like straight up, I forgot his name. He was the Red Turbo Ranger. Black dude.
Okay, yeah. I know.
Like down to earth, like he straight up like you can tell he knows who he is, like the way he was talking to people, and the way he was talking to me, and I was like, all right, cool. This is a cool mother. You know, yeah.
Thank you, Demetrius. I completely destroyed the man's name in pronunciation.
Selwyn?
Yeah,
Selvin Ward is his name.
Selvin.
Yes. Yep.
So now, out of all the cosplays you've done, would you say this Blue Beetle is probably the most ambitious?
It is the most ambitious, and it is the most. It's the most work I've put into a cosplay ever, like literally ever. Like, damn, yeah.
It looks
it's so fucking awesome, man.
You did an amazing job.
Yeah, I mean,
what was that?
It's
was that me or the poster?
That was the poster. That was the poster. But see, that's the crazy thing.
No,
that's the crazy thing.
As Kira would say, yes.
This is from the movie.
It's sacrilege from the movie.
That's a Buster sword from Final Fantasy. I don't care if it's an
I said the same thing in the theater.
And this is Julius in all three forms.
Mm-hmm.
It looks exactly, if not better.
Yeah,
dude. Nick, what?
I mean,
you knew he was going to.
I don't
know why we act surprised.
I haven't taken this bad boy for a spin yet, but yeah.
Nice.
That is gorgeous.
I like that coloring on there. I like that coloring, that shading that's on there.
I was waiting for him to hit the like Cloud Strife victory twirl in the movie. They did a whole Mortal Kombat reference like right before.
I knew that's what he's doing with it. So and it's funny because like I was out at Target and I was seeing all the the couple Blue Beetle action figures they had, and I'm like, I need the one that has just all the attachments, because what I was seeing was like you had one that just had a pedestal. You had another one that had a couple attachments. Then you had another one that had just the wings. And I'm like, y'all not getting my money like that. Not today.
Yeah, that's what they do. It's the game and then DLC.
Yeah, right. It is
transactions.
right. So
Mhm.
I've watched your progress when you was building this thing, and it's very practical. Number one, when you're doing
Oh,
it, and even some of the TikToks you've made. I seen one guy when you made the tentacles, and the guy's like, "Oh, it'd be dope if you made them light up," and I'm like, "Hold his beer,
give it time."
Hold your water, sir. Just wait.
Because they were like, do they light up? And I was like, of course they do.
It's like, and they're like, every time I'm seeing, you made the cannon, like after, I think it was after BlurCon, you had made the cannon. Was it the cannon you made?
Yeah, I made the cannon after BlurCon.
Yeah. And I'm like, dude, this dude just dropped it. So I'm glad you didn't do one of the moves where you're making all the attachments, and then you gotta have a handler, to kind of come around with you like, switch out, trying to make it, I'm like, no, it's good to have multiple appearances, different attachments.
Yeah.
So that's what's good, but watching this work and this progress and then seeing this, I was blown away.
Yeah.
I was just
appreciate
like,
that.
Dude, shit. And then when you say, yeah, I'll be at BlurCon, and I said, I'll be seeing you.
That was the goal. The goal was so at first I was making it, and the initial goal was, of course, have it for the movie when the movie released. So I was like, I got a whole month, right? And then because I had literally no plans of going to BlurCon, zero whatsoever. I don't do travel cons a lot because of my family and things like that. And of course, I'm a struggling artist. I ain't got that mind. I ain't got no that. But so my friend hit me up. He's new into cosplay. He's like newly divorced. So he's on his, I want to do everything and anything. And he's confiding in me to get into cosplay and, go to cons and stuff like that. And he was like, yo, what's this BlurCon thing? And I was like, yeah, I heard BlurCon is dope. I've never been. Are we out? And I was like, I mean, yeah. I was like, we can go. And he was like, if we go, screw it. So then I was like, okay, if I'm gonna do Blue Beetle at BlurCon, I think I was like 75% done. So I was just like, okay, I got 2 weeks to get 100% done for Blurred, and to make sure when I am there, everything is legit. So what a lot of people don't know is, yeah, I was posting progress pictures and videos and stuff like that. But what you guys don't know was there will be days throughout the week I would be fully suited in my house, walking around in my backyard, walking around, just standing around and stuff like that. There was that for hours, and because I wanted to make sure that nothing fell off of me, there was no straps loose and things like that. So
it's a
there'll be days.
I know.
There'll be days. My wife will wake up and I will literally just be walking around the front yard, just.
It's just practice. Hey, gotta make sure it works.
That's that
She's
DC
like, what are
Tai
you
Chi. That's
doing?
what that is.
He had to get the training arc in real quick.
I did a medieval age Black Panther a couple years ago, and I had a sword and everything. I made the foam guards and everything. So I was walking around the house, walking out the backyard, doing the same exact thing. All right, can I move? Can I do this? Can I sit down? Can I? Yeah. I know I was
because you have to practice a lot. That's a lot of things, because a lot of cosplayers, I get questioned a lot. A lot of cosplayers, they DM me like, "Hey, how did you do this? How did you do that? Should I do this? Should I do that?" And I answer everybody. Like if you ever slip into my DMs, I would answer, because I'm nobody. I'm just a regular dude that likes to make stuff. Why would I ignore you? Especially if you're asking a question about my craft. If you ask me if you show any interest in my craft that you want to do, I will bombard you with as much knowledge as possible. It's simple as that. You can ask anybody that. I've hit them with paragraphs of, you should do it this way, that way, blah blah blah. So there'll be people with builds and stuff like that. They're like, "Oh, this was all my stuff," and I'd be like, "Okay, when's the con?" They'd be like, "Oh, it's in a week." And I was like, "All right, put it on." They'd be like, "What?" I was like, "Put it on." Put it on.
Turn into that parent. It was like, wait, I'm sorry, what? Put it on.
Put it on. They be like, okay, I put it on. They'll take a picture and stuff like, all right, take it. I'm like, no, don't take it off. I need you to walk around your house, 45, half hour. Just leave it on, do regular things and stuff like that. And the reason why I do that is because when you're at a con, what's going to happen? You're going to be stuck in it.
Regulars. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, you'll make sure
you're going to be
make sure
stuck in it.
things
So
get
what's
it.
the best way to practice? You just walk around. Like I would literally walk around my house and just drink water or just walk down, like practice going up and down the stairs and stuff like that, just to get the feel of the costume, of the cosplay, so that when I am at a con, I know what to expect in it.
Right. They don't, and
makes
I don't think
sense.
people don't understand that. People don't understand that. Yeah, I mean, you're talking to a couple cosplayers here, so like we understand the whole trying it out and seeing what we can do and what we can't do, and it's like Iron Man. It's literally like Iron Man. Let me try this out. Every time he made an appearance in the movies, it was an upgrade. Why is there an upgrade? Because he learned from something from the last appearance he made.
Exactly.
He has to, that can't take that. Maybe I should go into nanobites. Maybe I need to make it to where I can actually put this thing on easier. This is how it works. This is cosplay. It's the same. It's the mechanics are the same.
Yep.
And it's all about making it easy.
This is the most complicated one, honestly. Oh,
I can imagine.
You don't say.
You saw it firsthand. You saw it when I was at what were we at? Regal?
Regal. Yeah, man. No, so it took number one, it took my breath away. I watched you go past me and I'm like, God damn, that nigga looks sharp right now. That shit was fire. I'm like, damn, I don't want to bother him right now. No, it wasn't even there was no, you hear it. I didn't hear it.
Yeah, I hear it. I hear it all the time. Clank, clank, clank.
It looked like you were coming to do a scene in the movie. It is perfect, dude. That is the most perfect for a Blue Beetle to have never been made. You, in my opinion, and I will fight people. That is the perfect Blue Beetle suit. I will fight anybody.
I can take care of giving a drive by compliment, though.
No, see, it is from head to toe. It's amazing.
It's like solid. So I was like, I don't know what I was expecting, but I didn't expect it to be. It's like not armor, but it's hard.
It's 3D.
It looks, but it looks like
it's 3D printed. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
So I know that the sound he's talking about because I seen a guy who did when Black Panther first dropped. He did the same thing head to toe, but the difference is like with your Blue Beetle, I noticed, which is a great design from the film to what you've got. It's a great design because it's like the points of the joint movement. It's always a thing. It's like I need to be able to move freely, in certain aspects.
And you saw that when you was in Regal. What did I keep doing? I kept moving.
Just doing this. Your hip flexor shit.
Constantly.
They were like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Making sure everything's still on."
Like you did it at BlurCon when I helped you with the piece, and I'm like, okay, that's magnets. I knew it. I knew it was the neo magnets, and I'm like, I knew that's what that was. That was connected. It was like
that's still risky. I mean, in my head, that's still risky.
It is risky. It is risky, but it works. And
that's all you need. As long as it works, it doesn't matter how risky it is. If it's secure.
Yeah, but it does. It looks absolutely fantastic. I know.
I have the helmet. Yeah, I have the helmet right behind me. So like,
even the
best thing about it,
dude,
it's that go like this.
So fire.
Yeah,
dude. When he super nerd out,
and you see the little eye coming over from the screen. It's like, are they still there?
My daddy did it.
How was the whole theater experience? It seemed like I had a whole party in there.
What?
How was the whole movie experience?
Oh, the movie was great. I've seen it 3 times already.
Yeah, I meant the photo shoot you was doing, but damn, 3?
Yeah.
because
I hit him up, he was like, "Yeah, he's like, I'll set it up when I get out because I'm at the theater for like a third time." And I'm like, "Oh, dude, you'll know the script by the time you come on."
He beat me by one though. That's
getting invited to them.
Mhm.
So I don't want to like not go. So I'm like, all right, I'm coming.
Opportunity. When it knocks, you answer. We're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna talk a little bit more, and then we're gonna talk about the review of Blue Beetle. All right. Well, yeah, it's breathtaking. It's breathtaking. We'll be right back.
This just in.
Feeling groggy in the morning? Coffee just can't give you that pep in the step that you're looking for? Try Pop Starts for that great get up and go that adults need. Pop Starts has the vitamin and nutrients that only grown-ups can partake in, and with flavors such as tossed salad and scrambled eggs, and Jack Daniels and Bud Light flavors to start your day or end it. There's nothing better to wake up to unless you count that depressing cubicle job. Well, anyway, try Pop Starts today. Pop Starts is not part of the Kellogg's Corporation. Pop Starts could give you diarrhea. Pop Starts are not found in your local grocery store.
Steak and cocaine.
Steak and cocaine coming soon to a store near you. Let's get the crew back in real quick. We are talking about. Let me get that fixed too. Here we go. All right. We are talking about Blue Beetle, just released. I think it's made 60 million so far.
Chris, you're gonna get a kick out of this. As we were about to come on, I just uploaded my review on YouTube of the movie.
No, it's number one. This movie's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
It
really is good.
It's really good.
Oh yeah.
I was nervous going in to watch it. Because I was fortunate enough to watch it a month early because I blew up and I got invited to the screening, blah blah blah, yada yada. So I was a little nervous. I was like, please. I was like, I made this cosplay. I was like, I made this cosplay. It's blowing up. Everybody's loving it. I say, please don't be, please be good.
Please don't suck. Please don't suck. So we're gonna do a quick review. Number one, it looks fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Two, even though you know how the hero's story journey is, because we've seen that journey before, they made it interesting.
Yes.
Three, the color grading on everything, perfect. And four, where was the brown community at? Because this was y'all's Black Panther. We needed y'all out there.
Yes.
Yeah.
For real, man.
Because it's a fantastic film. It's fun. It's funny.
I was there. I'm a quarter Spanish, so I was there.
So he's representing. He's representing.
So he's 25 cents Spanish. Got it.
25 cents. 25 cents.
He fulfilled his obligations above and beyond.
Yeah, exactly.
He met his quotas.
You've done what you're supposed to do. Good job,
Miss Rodriguez. I'm gonna need you to step up.
Right.
You saw it 3 times, so that's 75%.
That's 75% right there.
There you go.
There you go.
Did you get to see for that first day at the Regal, or did they just have you outside taking pictures all day?
No, so if I would have saw it at the Regal, that would have been 4.
Oh wow.
That was the photo shoot day.
So you were 3 in before the photo shoot.
Yeah. So they were like, oh, so they was like, okay. It was like, so because they asked me to come for an hour. So I was like, yeah, I'll come. No problem. So I went for an hour. I did the pictures and stuff like that. So it was like 9:00. The next showing was 9:30, and they were like, you can stay and watch. And I was like, this will be the 4th time I watch it. And the manager looked at me. She's like, oh, okay, I understand. I want to go home.
There was a small voice saying, you can do it. You know, like, but it would have been drawing the attention. Very small voice. It was like body, but the body was like, you might want to.
But I do admit, each time I watched it, I did catch something new. Like I did do that.
Same.
That's the beauty of seeing a film more than once.
Yeah.
You know, you first time you see it is for the excitement. It's normally the excitement. So you might miss details or whatever. Second time you're picking up on dialogue. Third, you're picking up on details. Yeah, that's kind of how it works. This movie here has all of that. You know,
they really paid respects to not only Jaime as the character, but they did for Ted Kord as well, and the whole lineage, and including talking about that he was the second Blue Beetle. I said a lot of people didn't realize that there were three.
Yeah.
As a comic nerd, I'm in the theater and I'm squealing all over the place. I was like, "Oh my gosh, there's the bug! Oh my gosh, there's like, oh my god!" And people, my friend was like, "What's wrong with you?" I said, "Blue Beetle."
They did this. They did this.
They should know not to ask what's wrong with you.
This was one of those films, and this is the other thing I love: the representation. They didn't shy away from it.
Nope.
They gave you every minute, every piece. I loved every minute of that. I'm glad they get that.
The grandmother, Nana.
Nana was the MVP of this movie. Nana was the MVP.
Okay, the Gatling gun,
Imperialist. You see the Gatling gun. I was just like,
I'm like,
Abuela see some things.
Who did she kill in Mexico? Shit.
Here's the thing,
she ain't seen it. She caused it.
The mariachi was named for her.
But what I love most about it is that like people like there would be moments where people would be like, "Oh, there's no way like Grandma, Nana," and because of their background, because of Mexican and stuff like that, you believe it. You be like, "Oh, Grandma."
Yeah,
Grandma was about.
When she pulled the hair, when she pulled the hairpin out, and I'm like, no, she's seen some shit. She's
right.
I'll tell you Jesus afterwards. But for now,
how many times have you seen that senior citizen in the movie that you know is not eccentric, but you still got your eye on them until further in the movie you see them kind of reveal themselves and go, "You've been hiding this whole motherfucking time. You knew what was going on." That was Nana. I was like,
the best part was when they was doing the whole planning and stuff like that, and she's talking and she's explaining everything, and they were just like,
"How do you know?"
Nana has done some runs in her day.
Listen, James Gunn wants to be a real asshole. Doing that one shot, I watch it.
and this is the as I sat there watching this movie, two things I kept saying. I said the CGI in here is amazing, compared to what we just recently seen.
No issues
with because the majority of the suit was practical. I think the only thing that was I was talking to somebody about it, and they said the only thing that was CGI was the large mandibles. Yeah, but the whole suit itself was practical. Like the fighting and all that was all practical. The only thing that was CGI was when he was like flying in spaces, though. But everything else, practical. And I was like, that's how you do it.
Wait, him kicking the sword? That looks CGI. You can't tell me him kicking the sword wasn't a little bit.
That part, I believe that part was CGI, but it looked good.
I can't pronounce that brother's name. It didn't look good. I can't pronounce that brother's name. Cholo. Okay.
Zolo.
After what I've just witnessed, like my dude got bars. He was on Sway and Tech, and I'm like, yo, wait a minute. Jaime had bars. Like, he got bars.
Look, we all train the guts one hand style sword style every now and then. You gotta make sure you got it right.
Yeah. And my guy got an album that just came out, just a single drop
Friday.
Today. Yeah. So I was just like, okay. Not only okay, I don't know what they teaching down there at Johnny's Dojo, but whatever works.
Wow.
No mercy. I have faith in James Gunn, and because everybody's saying how the way Blue Beetle, like they say it's not making enough at the box office and stuff like that. And I was like, well, listen, if y'all don't keep this kid and keep this momentum going, because we all know the reason why it didn't really do big at the time. It's like, they haven't been promoting it correctly. We know why they haven't been promoting it correctly. Like, we don't know why. Because the whole SAG after show, like, we get it. But it's this kid got it.
Your mind right now.
He got it. This kid got it. So
he's got it.
He got it.
if they would take that fucking white Barbie doll and that white fucking genocide maker out of the
Oppenheimer.
goddamn movie theaters, people would go and see this fucking movie. Take
Yeah,
that
because
shit
it's
Wow.
it's good,
over.
it's fun,
Wow.
it's very fun, and it's
Will, you took the words right out of my mouth. Wow.
it's a breath of fresh air.
I'm like me. I'm so proud.
No, it
Listen,
was.
I don't think anyone thought that Barbie and Oppenheimer was going to make the buck they made. So
Right.
they probably
Why are they still in the theaters?
Y'all,
they took
you know,
everything else
Blue Beetle was
out.
in the
It's
clear.
fine.
Because you know
I
you're
think
not
this
going
is-
to have
this
a
is-
lot
Oppenheimer
of
became a
movies
thing.
in
They
August that are
named it
going
in
to make
success.
This
You
is
know?
this is the weekend to really go support because there's nothing else out.
Pretty
There's
much.
nothing out that came out this week. So this
Supposedly
is your time to
it's
go out there
Island
and go
on
go
Sunday,
pull
too.
go check that out because I guarantee you this. Let's just say, devil's advocate, that it doesn't pull it off and make the bank that it should make. I guarantee you, by the time it hits Blu-ray, digital, and streaming, it's a different story.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I copped it already. It's pre-ordered.
Yeah, because it really is.
What?
George Lopez is funny. These stories that you're getting, like when,
Mhm.
especially when he's talking about when he's talking about the father and him, and he's like how the father was basically like he came up here, they all came up there legally and did their thing just to go back, reach back, and get the rest of them up there. I'm like, I literally shed a little tear because I'm like, I know that struggle he's going through, and they watching each other's back. I'm like, it's perfect.
Another thing that was a breath of fresh air was the pacing. So
Yes.
I saw Black Adam. When I saw Black Adam, I enjoyed it, but I was like, everything is happening so fast. Like what?
Yeah.
Like you blink, and there's somewhere else. I was just like, what? Like you could if you was at the movie theater to see Black Adam and you went to the bathroom and came back, you fucked.
missed a lot. You
missed a lot. The pacing was so good in this.
Yeah. You had time to build a relationship with the character, with each and every single one of the characters. The sister, the grandma, the evil chick, Susan Sarandon, whatever.
Oh yeah,
White Karen,
evil white lady.
Evil White Karen.
Yeah, evil white lady. Karen.
White lady.
Susan Sarandon. She liked my suit. She liked my suit.
Oh, did you just call everyone the same name?
Yeah, Sanchez.
Oh yeah, Sanchez. Yep.
Everybody was Sanchez.
Yep.
It was
so bad.
My name is not Sanchez. I was like, yes, cuss out.
You're
not going to be here very long.
I know his last name was De La Cruz.
Yes. But it is. It's.
Yes.
What's going on, Smoke?
What's up, man? One of the things I like
what's up, baby?
Movie will be cold hits in the future. Yeah, you're right. And and we've all seen Black Adam, and I knew it was something missing, and that's what it was. It was the pacing. It was like, yes, The Rock. We've always said The Rock should be Black Adam. He had that look, compared to the comics. The pacing was too fast.
I was like, God damn. The hell?
I mean,
it made it hard for you.
And they hardly get any shine. And this is my biggest complaint with DC anyway. You kept focusing on the wrong characters, and when you do introduce somebody, it's a flash in the pan. And that's why I love Blue Beetle, because it made you feel for what Jaime was going through. It made you feel for the family. Emotion and caring were put into this movie. So you sat there every moment you went through. You felt it with them, the loss, the happiness, the hope, all of that. You felt it. Tears, laughter, everything. I walked out of the theater. I said, this is a must-see for anybody.
Let me. So the moment that got me, because it always gets me. So my father died back in 2017, right? And when that it happened, it had a big impact on my life and everything. So I saw Logan literally a week after he passed. I was a mess.
That's a rough ride. Damn.
The Professor X scene had me. Oh, I was a mess, right? Then the scene in Blue Beetle, when his father shows up and he's talking to him, and he took his hands and he put his hands on his face. He was like, He's like, don't worry, Nino, and he's talking to him.
It does.
Because when my father was in the hospital, he died. He had brain cancer. He did the same gesture. He grabbed me by my hands, and he was like, son, you'll be all right. So when that happened,
lost it.
All the cards. All the cards. All the cards. It was a wrap.
When they raided the house, I was like, they raided the house, I'm like, it's up for somebody right now.
Yeah. And when it happened, I was pissed. I knew it was happening, but I was pissed at Susan Sarandon's character because I'm just like, you don't fucking understand what it is. The level of what's getting ready to happen, and then knowing that he couldn't do anything,
right?
That he was
that's another
watching
thing.
and he was helpless, and I'm like,
he didn't know. He didn't know. He basically from the time that they raided the house to when he woke up, he knew nothing. The last thing he saw was his father on the ground. That's it. So when he finally did wake up, he didn't even know his family was in the that place with him.
Yeah.
Because what happened? Who let him out? I think it was De La Cruz that let him out. It was like, he was like, go get your family. And Jaime was like, what do you? Huh? My family? What am? Like it? And that? Yeah. So he was just in the dark for everything. So when he woke up and was ready to like do his Blue Beetle, he was just like, he wakes up, his family is fighting, his Papa is gone. Well, he found out Papa was gone because they were in the plane. They did the whole Black Panther plane
as it was happening.
The astral plane, yeah. But yeah,
that was an intense scene.
Oh yeah.
You know what it was? It's the fact that like normally it's like, they can't get a medical attention, and they still got him to an ambulance, and then he still didn't make it.
Yeah.
Like when you saw the faces all just change and they all dropped, I'm like, damn.
But who held it together though? Who held them together? Who the matriarch? Nana.
Nana.
Oh my God.
When she looked at her son George Lopez, when she looked at her son and brought them in, she's like, bring it in. Nut up or shut up. That's basically what she said.
Yeah. And this is her
baby. Get him.
Now it's not the time to cry.
Now,
It's
thank
time
you.
to fight.
That's what got me. She said that.
And that's the thing. Like this is her baby. It's not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be reversed. You're supposed to be marrying me. So for her to see her baby, her son, go out like that and still be like, yo, all right, guys, we got work to do. Like that right there.
And that part was just so ethnically brilliant because it's us POCs that would be like, yo, we got shit to do.
As women,
shoot now, cry later.
I'm saying that was like Harry.
Exactly.
Javier Gillian, who I know him as Guillermo from What They Do in the Shadows. That's when he plays De La Cruz. Because when I seen him, I'm like, oh, it's Guillermo. And my wife was like, who? And I'm like, you don't watch that show. I do. And so when I seen and I'm like, oh, dude, really? You just gonna let all this go on? Like, but then he realized, like, no, his family. No, I'm gonna let you out. You go get your family. Don't worry about it.
And then he got stabbed.
Yeah, because he was like, the damage was done. He knew the damage was done.
Where does Creature Commandos take place? Can I get a young Nana flashback during her Revolution days?
Ooh,
right, yo.
Like,
I'll be down for that.
Let me get a quick cameo of her with the Bardock bandana just lighting shit up.
Yeah.
Ooh, not Granny Goodness.
She's just.
You know that'd be good. That's how you start. That's how you start Blue Beetle 2. That's how you start the first one. You have a quick 15 minutes, not too much, like 10, 15 minutes of just real quick of what Nana you see back in Mexico.
She was that chick.
Yeah, exactly.
Then I had your father and we come here.
I think that and that was another moment when she, in that moment, that told it, because I'm like, she's seen some things. They've suffered through some stuff, and she just lost her baby, and she's like, we got to go get my grandboy. We got to get your son. We have to go. We can cry later. We need to take care of this now.
Yep.
You know, and the way the community came forward for him, and I'm like, all it is. I'm just like,
and
this is perfect.
And don't forget the overarching of haves and have-nots. That was one of the biggest things that caught me. The haves and have-nots, because they're trying to just find jobs. Meanwhile, you got these massive buildings in this one half of the city that's built up from the ground up, and you got folks over here, just regular people who's trying to make ends meet.
We know what that's like. We know what that's like.
That's what makes a great movie, is when you can connect to the audience.
When you can connect and you can relate to them. Yep.
I got a degree. How am I supposed to get hired? How am I supposed to get experience if nobody will hire me?
Right. I'm over here.
That's across multiple generations. It's literally 3 generations in that movie, and there is something for every single generation.
The fact that the uncle is pretty much a tech genius his damn self, but you know, is what the materials he got to work with. And I'm like,
Yo, Rudy was I ain't gonna lie.
He was
George Lopez.
He was kicking the stuff.
But the funny thing, what I love about it is that everybody got an uncle or family member or a cousin that is kind of like that, and nobody questions it. Nobody questions how they got to that point. They were like Uncle Mike, like, how do you know all this stuff? Oh, and then but you know why you don't want to ask? You don't know why you don't want to ask? Because they're gonna go on a 2-hour story about it. So you just let them rock.
You asked for that deep dive, and that's what you're gonna get.
That would have been a nice little detour, though.
I will say that first scene when Jaime has a scarab attack, he's going through the whole body horror scene, right? And he's like, it crawled in his ass. He crawled in his ass. And it was like, it didn't. And it was like, but then Uncle Rudy faints. It's the way he fainted. And I'm like, I was out there. He's like, ah!
I need them to take George
that
Lopez.
Was hilarious.
I need them to sprinkle a little of George Lopez all across this universe the way they do Wong in the MCU. Like just let him show up and be himself and just leave.
And another thing was the chemistry with the whole family. We all know that they're actors and stuff like that. I don't know. If you didn't tell me, I would have swore up and down that they was actually related to each other in a family. The dynamic between them and the way the chemistry like blended all together down to everybody. I was like, wow, they like.
I think
if I knew that these weren't just actors on the screen, I'd be like, they got to be related somehow.
I think it's one of those things where if it's like with Black Panther, it's the same thing where it like you know that feeling. You know, that scene in Black Panther, that natural vibe, especially when he goes into the afterlife and he sees his father and he's talking to him. That scene always gets me. Yeah, because you know he's sad that he lost his father. This is the first time he's seen him in a while. He's had to take on the role of the throne and everything else. And he's talking to him and he says, "Pick your head up. You're a king." And I'm like, fuck. Every single time.
Yep.
Shout out to the musical score that just kicked in right at that moment. You probably ain't come at the moment. I'm like, really? We just gonna do the Simba thing, huh?
So even
with all like the candles, I could tell like as a POC, like yes, there's stuff in here for us. There's certain aspects I don't get, but I can hear other people in the theater going. Like even the little cartoon thing, I have no idea what that was, but apparently there's people who do, and that's good.
Yes.
Oh no, Telemundo. It's on. It was Telemundo and Channel
Univision.
Big 8. Yeah.
I definitely know about Telemundo.
No clue, but I know that there's people that I know that there's an audience who gets it, and that's good enough for me.
Exactly, that's something in their culture, and I can respect because when I'm seeing it, I'm like, I know that's something with their culture that they deal with.
I was waiting for someone to say "Bienvenido a Sábado Gigante." I remember that.
Sábado Gigante.
Sábado Gigante. I just showed my age. I don't even care, but I got excited.
We know about Sábado Gigante. We're like,
that show is great, regardless if you know Spanish.
Right?
You ever been flipping, and it'll pop up. And it's like real, like you don't understand shit, but it's really interesting.
Yeah.
Roku
Yo,
TV
the
all the
fucking
time.
telenovela is B.
There's a jump rope. There's a mini man with a microphone. Everyone's talking fast. I have no idea what's going on. Fireworks. That was a commercial.
Yeah.
Gasp in Spanish.
But see, that was the beauty of this movie because, especially for our culture, we can understand that whole dynamic of the have and the have-nots, the family dynamic, and trying to do it right, according to whatever. And then even having community back you up. I said, this is what I love about it. And this is what it's stuff like this, and we get why it didn't get the promotion. That aside, I see why people like James Gunn said, yes, Blue Beetle is a part of my universe. It's not his character, but it's a part of his universe.
It's the energy that he's trying to convey throughout the universe that he's trying to commit. One other thing, I really want the Black and Brown community to come together over Abuelitas and Vix.
Yes.
Oh my God.
We can all come together.
Oh my God.
That one. I felt that one.
When I saw that, I was like, yo.
Man.
Every black person in the theater was like,
the first time I saw it, when they showed the Vicks, there was like a group. I didn't know who they were, but they was like,
I sure did. That was me, and I wasn't in your theater. I sure did.
Exactly. Facts.
It's the robot test.
Yeah, always.
There was only like 5 other people.
Always.
Wow, really?
Always.
And
that and the
Ginger
NyQuil.
Ale.
If you got trouble sleeping, the NyQuil.
Yeah.
Yep.
I got all that.
Vicks and Robitussin. That's what you got.
Like,
Vicks,
I
Robitussin,
can't mess with NyQuil because I have some kind of reaction to it. It literally, it takes my voice. It takes my voice, and it turns into like a mouse voice. It takes my voice.
Ooh, we should give that a shot.
So,
I want to see that.
I mean, you the master of voices. I want to see what you can do.
I start sounding like this.
Are you five?
I can do a mouse voice, but I
from
need
American
Chris
Tail Goes West or more Mickey Mouse?
Oh no, God! It's so aggravating. I did it twice, and I'm like, the third time I did it, I'm like, I looked at my wife. I said, I got an allergic reaction or something to this. She's like, what do you mean? I was like, because I lose my voice. With NyQuil.
I can just see Chris doing
a little
that.
bit and film yourself.
I can see Chris doing that. I'm not feeling so great. He takes
I did this for y'all. I did this for y'all. See, now you see.
Look what I do. Look what I do for you people.
Like I sound like my mother. Like I was like
El Chapo, that's what it was. The little cartoon character they had in there.
Yeah.
I had no idea what it was, but I did hear one little brat behind me go, I know them from Fortnite. I'm like, you little mother.
We gotta fix that generation.
Ouch.
That kind of hurts so.
I'm a Fortnite player, but I do be hearing these kids like, oh my God, Fortnite. I'm like,
right.
It's like the video. It's like the video where they show the kids "Drop It Like It's Hot" by Snoop, and it was like, "Oh, that's the Fortnite dance." I'm like, "You little."
I just want to sit there and say, I feel for this generation. I feel for this.
So, too.
I want to cleanse this generation.
Oh, not
really. There's a generation learning of MLK and his fights through Fortnite right now. That's where
wow.
But this is definitely a film that people just need to go check out and support because it is. If you are one of the number one, I know the Snyderites, they're not going to see it. I'm not worried about that.
Oh, they're too busy about Rebel Moon right now. You're good.
Yeah. I have already got my thoughts about it. I'm like, I don't care about another cut for a movie that hasn't shown up yet. I don't care about this. Other than that, I know the Snyderites really aren't going to go and support this thing because they want Snyder back, and I'm like, no,
it's not going to happen.
Snyder doesn't want Snyder back.
Snyder.
And I was one of them. I was like, yo, the Snyder cut is awesome. Blah, 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 blah. But then when the Snyder cut came out, I watched it. I was like, okay, that was better. And guess what? I moved on.
But
that was mid credits. Hey, here's what you could have had. I'm out.
Yes.
Bye. This
fanboys
is not
are worse than World of Warcraft fans.
It was 2 years ago. Let it go. Like we're done with that universe.
Even Snyder is like, guys.
Relax.
There's nothing else. It's okay. But it is.
This is frozen. Let it go.
I wanted Uncle Rudy's truck. No lie.
Which one? The blue one or the red one?
Actually,
when
when Taco 2 showed up, I was like, "Yo, I like that color blue anyway."
Blue's a great color.
Yeah, it was like he was like blue. That's on brand. I was
That's
like,
kind of like Rudy.
Yeah, that was funny.
Rudy being the world builder too.
What do you say? Come over here and help me like it.
I kind of like that Rudy was our world builder too, because he's established we've had heroes for a long time. So we've had a first Blue Beetle. We have a Justice Society. We know there's a Superman and a Batman.
Like, he was dropping the name.
When he nerded out in the Beetle cave, he did the same thing I did. I was like, "Yo, this is the bug, and it's so systematic."
He's like, he knows, he knows, and I'm like, this is perfect. It was like
a fascist.
Batman's a fascist. I'm just like, some of what he's saying, he ain't wrong. He ain't wrong. But it's a fun movie. I implore you, go check this out. Like, here, put it like this. If you watch The Flash and you had your hangups, do away with that, because we did.
I have a confession.
You like The Flash?
Don't ruin this.
I still ain't see the shit.
You the smart person in the room. Okay.
So really, all you need to see is like what, maybe 15 minutes of it.
But my friend
it's all Michael Keaton.
My friend just said it's on my friend said it just dropped on HBO Max. So I guess I'm in no rush to honestly.
Neither was The Flash.
The first 15 minutes of the movie is what they should have just started with.
You said
for like this entirety of the first you see how they just kind of like touch a little bit of everybody, and then it's just like okay.
I thought you were talking about when he was with the babies,
not the hospital.
Yeah, not
the baby shower.
That was a creepy ass scene.
Yes,
that whole part where it's like, why are you calling me? Well, she's over here. I'm like, you see how we just went there and we didn't need.
You know what's funny? I've seen all the spoilers. I know about all the everybody here has seen it, right? Besides me.
Yeah.
Okay. I know about the deaths. I know about it's like if I'm checked out of it and I didn't even see it yet. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It'll probably be another year before he decides. He'd be like, there's really nothing on. Let's see what this is all about. I was there
a year from now. You might be chill surfing one Sunday morning, Sunday evening, and be like, okay, guess I can watch it.
Yeah.
Stand by the Batfleck.
It's just Batfleck and Keaton. That's really all you're there for. And Sasha Cal. Everything else is just kind of like,
man.
Also, nice to know that like Gotham in a world without crime is just doomed to just explode.
Pretty much.
Basically, in a world where Gotham is not ghetto, it's up there.
Because you know why? Because Michael Keaton Batman took care of business. That's why.
Walked away.
And Val Kilmer Batman did amount to anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, Blue Beetle is absolutely a fantastic film. It's fun. It's funny. I've been a fan of this character, and especially when they started showing him on Young Justice, and I was just like,
that was season 2.
That's how I got introduced to him. And before I started making the suit. So I started making it a week after the first trailer dropped, because I was just like, I'm like a kid. I'm like, oh, pretty, make it. So then, like I have a rule that if I don't know a good amount of the character, I won't cosplay. So aside from Young Justice, I was like, all right. So I got the Volume 1 graphic novel. Started reading through that. I was on YouTube watching all types of Young Justice episodes, reading all types of comics and scripts and stuff. The Scarab is an overpowered motherfucking weapon.
Yes.
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 It's top 3 in DC universe, overpowered. So it was you ever see those memes where you always say, "Oh, which weapon should you choose?" and everybody goes for the Lantern Ring. I'm sorry, I changed my decision.
between that and the Morpheus chair, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was my thing with like Dark Apocalypse War, because you just see Jaime getting his chest caved in the back. I'm like, did the Scarab just quit on him or what happened? Because you see it for all of like 2 seconds and they never show you the end result. They just tell you he died off screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although sending to jump the Teen Titans seems like overkill.
But if they do it correctly, because I told you I deep dive, like with the Reach and the Lantern Corps.
Right. But
if they do it correctly,
I was
oh my god.
I was waiting for it. There was definitely some scenes when Jaime and the Scarab finally are here.
Yeah.
After he sees his father, which fucking great scene, number one. Because it's just like like I said, you know that hero journey. We've seen it. We've seen it in every movie. We know that hero's journey. This was his moment. And when he sees his father, and his father like, no, you go. This ain't for you. You go. And he finally meets up, and him and the Scarab are like, they're one. That scene in the tunnel.
Oh yeah, when he's just whooping ass.
Who's that gave me Daredevil vibes. Okay,
he was just talking
always seen. Oh gosh.
No, when he hit the Scorpion at the last, get over here.
Yeah.
And he's seen his sister in danger. He was like, oh hell no. Get your hands off my sister. And that one tried to run, didn't he?
Yeah.
That was the dude who got scorpions.
Yeah.
I was like, either they just like the game or they know that it comes out in a couple months. Either way, perfect timing.
It's a Warner Brother property.
Yeah, it is. It's perfect timing. It's just like seeing the sword. I'm just like, if you're a gamer and if you're a nerd, you know, it was like when you seen the sword and I'm like,
when in doubt, go for Old Faithful.
It was like, and these is one of those things. This movie does hit all the notes. See, now, Julius is gonna go. He's gonna start practicing the whole sword swing.
Oh yeah. Practice that one arm twist. That's all I'm saying. The one arm twist. Yeah. If you get the,
I can make anything, right?
Right. So I'm curious though, because if DC is following the same formula as Marvel, and this is
which
just
they should have been doing all this time,
precisely, they're building up to a major storyline. I've had this debate with my friends. It's like, what storyline are they going with? And I said the most obvious one that brings everybody out is Crisis. Crisis on Infinite Earths brings out everybody because this is a chance to recast certain characters. Like, okay, you don't like Cress Williams as Black Lightning on the CW. Bring Black Lightning to the screen. Let's see who you put out here with him. Where is Young Justice? Where are the real Teen Titans? Come on now. Let's do this.
We've always said this. We've always
they got Henry Cavill Light already, so
I ain't gonna shade you that when they put a side by side picture of those two, and I'm like, okay, never mind.
Because I'm about to say Infinite
put on like 20 pounds of muscle, he'll be all right.
If they do a Crisis on Infinite Earths, we could get both of them on screen at the same time.
I mean, that's what I was thinking. That or Blackest Night or Brightest Day.
Or God forbid they bring them.
It was so messy.
Or God forbid they bring the Snyder people in and they're the Justice Lords.
Oh Lord, the Justice Lords.
Oh God.
But it stands to, there's really no question. Like Julius said, we trust Gunn. We especially after we seen what he did with Guardians. We trust Gunn.
Yep.
I'm like, this dude managed to take one franchise, keep it pretty much separate from the rest of the world, and told their story and told a fantastic trilogy, flat out. So I know, and I've watched his work. I know this dude can take the obscure and bring them to the forefront. Look what he did with Peacemaker.
But he also sat there.
Peacemaker was an ass in the Suicide Squad. And then you watch the actual series, and you're like, oh, I gotta go back because it's making you look at things a little differently. I'm like, you're telling a story, I can appreciate that. So him putting his backing behind, he's like, yeah, Blue Beetle's a part of my universe. He didn't say that about the Flash.
Right. But he also told Warner Brothers, here's a line, don't cross it.
That's it.
Which
in the words of Carlos Miller, quit touching shit.
Quit touching shit. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
And this is one of those movies where you need to really sit back and, Black and Brown, definitely, seeing this film and realizing they see themselves. They see themselves, in some form, in some fashion. They see themselves and they can understand it and they can feel it. And damn, is it fun.
It was very fun. Very.
So, and I walked out. I literally walked out the theater like, finally. I had that moment. I was like, finally.
I told you I was nervous. I was like, yo, I'm blowing up cosplay. I like the character. That the screen came on. I couldn't watch. I said, I hope this shit does stuff. The movie, like, I really hope this doesn't suck.
It did not disappoint, and you see my man here on my microphone because that first cut scene right after the immediate credits. I heard that I squealed. I said, "My man is."
I was waiting.
Back.
I was waiting for the entire film when they said, "Oh, he vanished." I'm like, "This man ain't dead. This man ain't dead. This man ain't dead." When you say he vanished, that he ain't dead.
I need to see the body.
It's still a story to tell. Now he got a mentor. Because at first I was just like, okay, they lost their home. Will Victoria give them the home, or
Mr. Cord himself?
And like, and so when it still came out, she was like, "Oh no, I'm going back home, but don't worry, we'll rebuild your home." I'm like, "Oh, everybody wins." And I was like, "Everybody wins, everybody wins," and it was just like, and I'm glad the whole romance thing. I'm like, it was too predictable, but they never connected it. And I'm like, yeah, let's leave it that way.
It didn't take over the whole movie, which was good.
Right.
I will say though, like, my house burned down. I don't need a plate. I would need somebody with some power tools, please.
Yeah,
that was my only thing. Also, they just ran up in the heart of the neighborhood. I don't got one nosy neighbor with a phone. Like,
I was thinking different things. I was like, where are they actually gonna put that food then? I mean, my house burned down. So where are they putting it?
I will say this.
On the lawn, where the lawn.
I will say this.
I ain't got one nosy abuela with a phone trying to see what's happening. Why these people in my house just?
If that's in the neighborhood of mind your business.
Look, I will say that dining room table took some beatings. I was like, oh, they're gonna put it right back together. Look, you see the hinges. The abuela was sitting there, and you see
the dining room table right after the movie.
Granny was on 10 from the time the tea started shaking. She had flashbacks.
Oh yeah,
she knew. She was like, "That's that 6 cent."
She knew.
I kind of like how they played with the rating because it was like PG up until we got to the raid, and then it's like, okay, we're just stepping on people and shooting folks.
Yeah, like when they was in the ship and Uncle Rudy was stepping on the guy. I was like, he's dead.
Yeah, they like he was smacking him and then like knocking him out, and then the last guy he just impales and it's like 50 points.
That's when we made the other side of PG-13. Like, okay, we've covered everything. We've got about 5 cuss words, 2 decapitations, and 3 stomp outs.
We need 1 stabbing. Is that going to work? We could go for 5.
The stabbing at the end was very bloody and violent.
Yeah. You always get, we got to make sure that quota's met.
But yeah, fun film. Definitely worth the watch, worth the money. They're definitely on track to correcting the new universe that we're going to be getting from James Gunn. We pray that they get this strike thing taken care of. Pay the writers, fucking pay the writers. Jesus.
You know what I'm realizing? Like, there are shows that I like, but I'm forgetting to check in because I don't have that weekly flood of my timeline for the people involved. So like, I like Harley Quinn. I like My Adventures with Superman.
Yeah,
I'm forgetting to check for it because none of the people who are in it are talking about it.
Yeah, pretty much. And this is why in Julius, I agree with you. This is why the show or the movie suffered a little bit because there's no push. Without the stars doing press junkets and press tours, there's no talk shows because there's no writers. So no writers for the talk shows, no actors who's on the strike line with the writers. So there's no press tour. So there's nobody pushing it. All you have are the ad space that you've bought in word of mouth.
So here we have the second most powerful means of advertising, word of mouth.
Yeah.
Because people are going to see this movie multiple times.
The ratings are up there. The ratings are high.
And the word are coming from people who are buying their ticket and saying this movie is worth it. You got reviews coming across all social media. So this can pick up. Just people just
they did say it's number one. I'm like, yes, go out, go see this.
Go see it.
The surprising thing was the budget that was given. It was only $104 million budget.
That's the crazy thing.
Yeah.
Turns out Flash was like 300 million.
They stuck to the culture and said we can make that work. Don't worry.
Yeah, 200 million. And Ezra Miller.
I mean, what Black Panther was what? A little over 100 million. It turned around and made $500 million, a bill and a half.
Black Panther brought my local mall back from the dead twice.
Damn.
So I think after this, this weekend is National Cinema Weekend, where everything is
like $4.
$4.
$4. $3 this economy.
Yeah. I think once we get past this weekend, so many people have seen it that it's going to bloom a third time the following week or the following weekend. And it's Labor Day weekend. That is going to be pivotal. If they don't make money then just say you're racist.
Oh, it's going to make its money then.
And a lot of these movies that aren't doing good here are doing well overseas. Like apparently Elemental has made back all the money that we thought it lost.
Because I feel like here it's like movies overseas. The reason why movies do so well overseas is because I feel like it's like an event to them. Like going to the movies is like an event, you know. Here it's like, oh, it's a movie, you know. But you gotta go see it. Like if you want to support, you gotta go see it.
Yeah.
Like if you want more, you can't be online and be like, yeah, I'm gonna go see it, and then when the movie's coming out, I'm not.
Yeah,
like,
the actors and the writers may not be able to talk about it, but we as the consumers can.
I want to see what the South American numbers look like.
And will, exactly.
And do. That's all I got to say.
I want to see what the movie looks like. I want to see what the numbers look like when it gets down south, because I know they're going to do stupendous over there.
Yeah. So I think this is just one of those ones, like, if you don't see it, you're missing out. And like Lady Mandela said, if you don't see it, you're pretty much racist at this point, because
pretty much
we know who the sexist ones are out there, because y'all trash She-Hulk and everything else. So we already know who you are. So
warrior napkin Americans.
We know which character in the movie you align with.
Right. So now we have first Latino superhero brought on screen like this, and at a considerably cheaper budget considering,
and smaller budget and better quality.
Money is not everything.
It wasn't just me going through there like saying, I'm like, this looks so much better than what I've just recently been fed. I like, this looks way much better. Like, you would think that they pumped 200 million into this. You would think.
Yeah. Definitely.
You know,
no, this is just what happens when you find enough fucks to give.
Yeah,
you find care from head to toe in the movie.
You do. So, and I think this is one of those things. That's why I'm glad Gunn said no. This is a part of. He didn't say Flash was. He just said go see Flash. It's probably one of the greatest films. That was a studio head saying, hey, you need to say this.
That was Gunn fulfilling his contract. You have to say go see Flash. Yeah. Okay, I'll check that. Don't ever ask me about that again.
Right. No. And nobody did.
But, and never come back. I'm working.
Right. But as far as Blue Beetle, he literally came out and said, yeah, that is a part of my universe. That he's like, I may not have done that. It's not on my docket, but yeah, I'm bringing him in because he's seen it. He was like, it is fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
Go see it. Go check it out. And on that note,
otherwise you're racist.
Otherwise you're racist. Yeah. So we're closing out. Give me over here at the bottom. We're closing out. Let's start off with our guests. Let's start off with the ladies first. Let me start with the guests.
All right, bye everybody.
Don't do that.
No, but
good night, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. It was a privilege. I had fun. This is the vibes. I love the vibes. Good vibes. Good vibes only.
We did our job.
If it ain't good vibes, I don't want to be in it.
We're not fresh and fit out here.
See, I thought the Gina Rodriguez joke I did earlier was too much, but damn.
That's
uppercut, body blow, jab.
compared to what they've been doing. Oh no, that's
I mean,
just
they had
straight
it
on the
coming
beat.
to him, but damn.
Just upside the head, Lord.
I'm in Aries. What did you expect? I'm going for the jugular. I don't.
That's how you do it.
Meanwhile, me and
But
Black
thank you.
Spartan in the chat trying not to
Double
get banned.
this double tap. It's all double tap.
Exactly. Pow!
Oh,
But thank you for having me so much. And yo, like, if you can I come back? I like
Can-
Yes!
this door's open.
Hey,
This
come
door's
through,
open.
guys. What you talking about, man? Sit down. Oh, wait.
maybe shoot.
Yeah,
Come bring me in, like hit me up. You know deals, you know the vibes. Hit me up. I'll jump in anytime,
Yeah.
all the time,
Nice.
every
Tell
time,
everybody where they can find you.
yeah.
everywhere. All my Sir Julius cosplay across everything. You Google me, Sir Julius cosplay. That's where you can find me. Everywhere.
The man is Red Hood and Blue Beetle.
He says it so casually. Google me.
I mean, just
Google me.
Google me.
No, you look. Check it out.
Google me.
No, because you know who else does that? Hellspawn.
Search my
He's like,
name.
Google me.
Google me.
He say Black.
I think the biggest flex was when somebody was looking. It was like, "Oh, what's your Instagram?" I was like, "Sir," and they typed in "Sir," like "Sir." It's just a word, "Sir," and I was the first thing that popped up.
Nice.
Hey,
I was like,
That's when you know you own to something. That's when you know it.
Definitely.
Most
So Julius, you are always welcome back here, brother. You know, we
Thank
rock. We like I said, we in the same circles. It's always an open door policy here. Always loving what you do. I definitely need to talk to you about that avatar of mine because I need that. I kept trying to figure out how to get it done, and then I seen Blue Beetle. I'm like, it's gonna
you do it.
like that's who's gonna make it. But
Yeah.
man, thanks again. Always a pleasure, man. Dope talking to you. Love the work. Love the fucking work. Always
Thank
have.
you so much.
And it just you never cease to impress me with all that you've done and everything that you keep putting out. And like I keep looking at the scarab and I'm like, I know how you put it together. It still looks fucking good.
Oh wait, watch this. Yeah, wait, look.
Oh no, he did not.
Yes, he did.
yes, he did.
Oh. Oh
That
yeah.
was on the entire time.
That's like it's like the
that's
the
what
perfect
I'm
piece. It's the perfect piece.
Nice.
It's the perfect piece. It really is. It's
Imagine
him
that in
turn
a
it off
dark ass
individually.
room, and that's the only light you have.
oh
my
God.
I
I
don't
would
really think
freak
that
the
there's
hell out.
an alien attack.
Oh wait, let's see.
That was the hallway scene.
That was the hallway.
That was the hallway scene.
Yeah.
Look, it looks
Yeah, that shit is banging.
It looks
And
nice.
that's the clip, ladies and gentlemen.
that's the
Right?
And now I have more work to do.
Safari your ammo, sir.
Hey,
Locked and loaded.
My poor
you,
Google
you,
Drive.
you heard the weapons master. She said, "Here's the pistol. Here's the
Show
ammo.
off.
You know what to do with it."
Show off.
Oh my God! Thanks for coming in, Julius, man.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure, man. Definitely got to have you back.
Yeah.
Ah, Lady Mandalore, let them
Hello.
know where you can. Be.
All right, guys.
Hi.
Go
See ya.
take care of this little girl.
All right.
Right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
See you later. Bye.
Bye, baby Beetle.
Baby,
Baby.
Beetle. Okay. Oh my God.
Nice. He was a nice young man.
I'll never. That's just evil Elmo.
Oh, I've seen the Eva Elmo. I've
That's
seen
the,
that
that's
one.
the anti-Rocco Elmo.
Fuck Rocco.
Wasn't he one step away from saying it?
Wow.
Fuck Rocco, okay? Fuck Rocco.
Dang.
Oh,
You
my
need to see that. Hi. We're professionals here. You can find me.
Lies and slander.
Snip, clip, clip.
we gotta make a little. We gotta make a 15-second commercial, but I gotta put a script together.
I'm waiting.
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
got nothing to
apologize. Go ahead.
I just got
I'm waiting too.
Sir, bated breath. Roomful of Words is that me right here. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on YouTube. I have a live thing where I podcast Sundays, potentially changing to 7 p.m. on Sundays. look out for that. And I also have a TikTok account, but my name there is Child of Mandalore. I do some voice acting posts, and I also have a Child of Mandalore podcast, which you can find on Spotify, Apple Music, yada yada yada, so on and so forth. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Opulence Radio, love y'all. Thank you for having me on there. And yeah, that's it. Straight, good. Getting sleep, y'all. It's great.
Must be nice.
I'm
The
still
whole
trying to figure it out.
presentation was
Sleep
magic.
sounds wonderful. How is that going for you?
It's beautiful. Birds chirp.
She's not getting up anymore. She's like, fuck some birds. Oh my God. Agree on the horror. Laney,
You can't say fuck them birds. I was born on Snow White.
Fuck them birds. She would say it too. That's why she died. She tried to get away from them damn birds.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I don't want any. No,
So
go away.
hold on. So I'm looking at the IG page as well. Swiftstream says, "Where can I see the full clips? The skits got him." I was like, "Go check the YouTube channel."
In the return of steak.
Show your love over at the YouTube channel, people. You like the commercials? You like the skits? We got more coming for you. We don't stop working over here.
Stay busy.
But it's all for you, the citizens of Gotham. Go ahead, tell her where they're at. Agree on the horror. She watches the horror movie, so you don't have to.
You don't have to.
Thank
Hey,
God.
hey. My name is Lainey. I am one half of Geek by Heart. Me and my husband run Geek by Heart. You can find us on YouTube, where we talk about movies. We talk about anything. We do a lot of movie reviews. We do a lot of trailer reviews as well. And he is now starting to play God of War 3. He is on his little journey of playing all of the God of Wars. So he's up to the third one. Then he's going to go to 2018. And then he's going to finally hit Ragnarok. So tune into him on Saturdays and Sundays. He's on Twitch as well as J General. You can find us on TikTok. You can find us on IG. And yeah, come and be with us. We are a lot of fun. Do what you love and love what you do. That is what I'm trying to do for you.
That is what
Lainey, is it
Yes,
Jay? Is it
General.
Jay?
JAYNERAL on Twitch.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Spelling bee champion.
There it is.
I love how she focused on that. She was like, "Oh, I'm gonna
I
get
had
this."
to think about that.
She had to tap into her.
Oh my God.
Maybe before you start, I just want to say that Blue Beetle looks like he has a really big schlong.
Jesus.
Good night, America. Thank you for
Clip
coming.
number 2.
And Tavares, you're up.
And it's right before I say anything. It's like,
glad I
by
ain't
the
gotta
way,
follow that. Have
schlong
fun.
alert, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a schlong alert here. It's blue and it's shiny.
Tavares like, I gotta sleep sometime.
Adam and Eve has got that product waiting for you. Blue and shiny.
There's your code, Blue Beetle.
Damn
The
it.
code is Blue Beetle.
We're looking for sponsors, ladies and gentlemen.
Great. I'm putting arms out because even
No,
Taylor
it's
said,
the mic. It's because he's on the mic.
He couldn't just be surfing on a rocket. You dirty mind.
I know, man. I know. It's nothing we can do about this. You know, just
Tavares like,
it's a compliment. It's a compliment.
I'm just here to save Hyrule. That's
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, blurs of all ages, good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Once again, it's your Frosty Beard, the Blur the Corn here with the crew on the Blur's Eye View, bringing all this culture to you. And don't you sleep on it. Go see Blue Beetle. It is worth every minute. It is worth every dime. I'm about to go see it for number 3. But if you want to hang out with your boy, I am bringing back the Blur the Corn combos. I'm on Instagram under Navy Montel, as well as on X under Navy Montel. You can find me on TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube under Road Catnip. I just released my review of Blue Beetle on the channel tonight prior to the broadcast here. So go check it out. Maybe our opinions meet up. Maybe they don't. I don't care. But as long as you come and check it out, if you like it, that's all that matters. I am one half of Blur the Corn Speaks. We are about to record another episode. We just put another one out before, and it has been going great. And if you are bored and you're coming to Dragon Con, come find your boy. I will be at Dragon Con next weekend, and it'll be my last hurrah before I start a new job. So yeah,
All right.
please do that. And now I've been told that I should continue to do Master Roshi because it has gone viral. which is scary.
There's an artist I'm talking to, and she wants to do a commission for us. And I said, well, how do you do with a team of 7? Because I've seen her work. And I'm like, how do you do with a team of 7? And she's like, well, 450. I said, we'll talk. We'll talk. We'll talk.
It's not the same woman that had us figured out about colors.
Oh no, I said, let me talk to the team first, because I got ideas. I got ideas.
I'm terrified. My burnt sienna, just you can't mess up this shade. All right,
Yeah.
it's unique.
It's a sister. So you can't.
Okay.
This is peanut butter left in the sun, y'all. If y'all want to know what that color is,
peanut butter left in the sun. The creamy, not the crunchy, because that sounds like an ice cream that Ben and Jerry.
So you basically just roasted.
Do not give them any ideas, and I'm not getting any royalties off that. Okay, we're gonna have pink sauce memories off of this. That's some bull. I don't want that.
Oh my god.
Sorry, I've been watching documentaries all day, and she got what she deserved. I'm sorry.
Jesus.
I said what I said.
Safari is in the building. He's like my co-producer now.
Basically, I am. Can I help you? No. I've been offered food for my services.
Oh yeah! Wow. Wow, you get delivery and you're like,
I can't get this right. Tafari TV on all socials. I post on Mondays because Mondays suck, so I try to make them less terrible. I am in the official keyboard crypt of the comment section, boots on the ground boy, and bridge builder for the Blurred's Eye View podcast. I don't know how this magic works. I just say shit and people listen, and then they end up here. So
it's like Zatar. It's like Zatar.
Basically. Yeah, you can also
shit backwards, but it works.
I'm in the comments. I've produced most of our clips. Oh, please start checking the video and the live section of the channel. I'm about to get struck by lightning, damn it. But yeah, we have our interview with Carl and Love Jones out right now. Geeks and Grub just dropped on the channel. Cree Summer drops on Tuesday, so stay tuned. I'm usually in the lab working on something to be keeping this place lively.
Mm-hmm. And we do very well doing so.
Man,
you don't want to miss. You don't want to look. If you missed the lives, one, shame on you.
You a fool.
Because you want to be here in the virtual live, and you want to see us in person because we'll be hitting the streets very soon.
I'll be at Dragon Con too. If you see me, I'm probably lost. Point me in the right direction.
No.
I can't wait for those videos.
Fuck that. Follow him, because wherever his ass looks up at, you can be there too.
Facts.
So don't correct him.
That part.
Treat him like a lost Pokemon. Just follow him.
When in doubt, go to the Hilton. All of us go to the Hilton. You can't go wrong.
Right.
But I am Black Fox. I am the Black Spartan, also known as Black Fox 447 on all socials. I usually do reviews on everything that I read, that I play, that I watch, including gym stuff, because I'm trying to stay in a shape, not trying to become a shape. But try my best. Aside from that, do got a couple of podcasts. My daily news political podcast, How the Frack We Got Here, every Wednesday and Saturday. Also, my video game podcast, Get Bit, every Friday, especially since we covered Gamescom, which I think it's now on opening night 3. So we covered the stuff that came out of there, some of it good, some of it bad, some of it highly questionable. All of our podcasts can be found wherever you get your podcasts, whether you view them or watch them. It also includes Opulence Radio and Always Record TV with the rest of the fleet and the captain. I am also one of the many heads of the blurred'seyeview.org website. I usually write the columns for wrestling. Why? Because wrestling is real and people are fake. Shout out to Mr. Kitty for that one. And of course, if you know somebody that's trying to do something different, whether it's a con, whether it's an event, a business, what have you, do the right thing. Share it. It costs literally nothing to share, especially on the socials. If you want to donate, that's cool too. But again, support them the same way you would support Beyonce if she knew you existed. Aside from that, guys, it is con season. I just have 3 simple rules for cons if you go to them. I highly encourage you to go to a con, specifically a black con, just because we need the attention, we need the money, we need to bring people together and make these cons bigger than what they are. Because J1 Con, DreamCon, BlurredCon can become just as big as San Diego or New York Comic Con. The only thing missing from them is you. Aside from that, again, my rules. Number 1, respect all cosplayers. Again, it's not that freaking hard. People treat them the same way you would treat your mom or your daughter if somebody was oogling at them. I don't want to be that guy. And I've already told that story, and I'm waiting on footage of me yeeting a person in the back of a semi-truck in Nashville. I have been told by multiple people that video exists. I'm just saying, I don't want to be that guy, but occasionally I do like to throw napkin Americans. Aside from that, rule number 2, wash your ass. Soap.
Wash your ass.
Soap, deodorant. Go easy on cologne, but all of it is cheap. At the same time, nobody wants to go to a con smelling like regret, alcohol, and burnt sauerkraut, and also retired cabbage. Again, smell your ass, wash your ass, and come to the con. And third and final one, the same rule that I apply to myself, that I apply at cons. Simply put, be nice. If you are nice and you are complimentary, it will get you a whole lot farther in life as well as a con. Because simply put, don't be a dick, and we'll all be cool.
Hey, everybody. It is your man on the wall, Chris Fury. How you doing? Thank you for tuning in. If this is your first time here, thank you for tuning in to us. Go over to the YouTube channel. Show your love. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. You get to see live. You get to get alerted when we're live, and you get to see interviews that normally aren't seen here. But if they do, you still want to go see them live. Jump in the comments section. Trust me, it's fun. People have a blast. They love us. In the meantime, you can always follow us on Instagram. Right there, Blurred's Eye View. It'll put you in there with the link tree that's in the bio, and it'll lead you to all the places where you can find us, including Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. You can listen to us wherever you listen to your podcasts, including Apple, Opulence, Spotify, Google Podcasts, you name it. We're on the docket. You also want to check us out on Always Press Record TV. AlwaysPressRecordTV.com. Go there. It's completely free. You can watch us on Roku or your Amazon devices. Shout out to Trey Lawson out there for running Always Press Record. Also, if you're in for needs for your techie stuff, go to Ultimate Wireless. Ultimate Wireless, ULT_wireless_.com. He has a lot going on over there. I gotta tell him, get that tagline. But also, you can catch us as we're a proud affiliate of Otaku Noir. Go over there to Otaku Noir, #1 leading blurred blind box mystery company. You don't want to miss it. There's a ton of stuff created by blurs, for everyone, really, but can read by people of color.
A box coming out soon.
They have a very new box coming out soon.
They are having a 20% off sale. You have less than 48 hours to, pardon my phrase, cop your box.
You have less than 48 hours to cop your box.
I was just gonna follow, but y'all got paid today. Go get it, but that works. That's a better thing.
48 hours to
48
cop
hours.
your box.
Cop your box.
Hey,
You
box
got
paid
paid
48 hours. That's all you got. Let's go.
Where is Love Paper Doll when you need her?
Oh Lord.
Oh, I'm sure she's watching. She's giggling.
Man, if that ain't an advertisement, I'm just
I gotta reach out to her. I need you to do something. But yeah, check us out pretty much everywhere, and you can check us out on the lives. You can check out all our interviews, past shows on YouTube and on Always Press Record. We have fun here. We do this for the positivity. We do this for the culture. We do this for the love of the art of nerddom, and you're not gonna find that anywhere else. Everywhere else, it's some kind of sadist or macho machismo BS, fresh and fit garbage. Who knows? You're not gonna find that here. And yes, we do take shots. We always for the smoke. My second in command is the weapons master.
Flip is empty.
We for the smoke.
I like to fight.
As she says it with a straight face and a smile. That's the
I
part
like to fight.
disarming.
You think I brought her on?
The disarming. I like to fight. We know.
I literally was told when I was practicing Taekwondo, this one likes to sweat. Yeah. Yeah, I do. It is true.
If Captain Reynolds can have Zoe as his kick-ass second in command, I can have Lady Mandalore as mine. Why not?
That's fair.
She has the spirit of Abuela.
She does have the spirit of a
What
queen.
did she say with the Gatling gun? Down with the I'm blanking on the word.
Down with the imperialistas.
Yeah.
Cuepa, motherfucker.
I love it.
There's a little bit of Che Guerrero in Abuelita. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, I love
I
it.
put money on Kara over Gina Torres any day. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Wait, relax.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
I said what I said.
We love Gina Torres over here. We love her.
No,
Somebody had a post up the other day. They said she don't get enough love. I'm like, who are you talking to? Who you been talking to?
We good on this side. We good.
Because we good over here. I don't know who you were talking. Maybe you just knew. You knew? Okay.
That's those type of comments. They look for allies. Like, what you mean? We good.
Yeah. She don't get enough love. Yes, she do.
Don't mess up our invites to the cookouts on that side. You ain't messing up my 5 plates.
Right.
Miss Gina Torres and Miss Yvette Nicole Brown, you are being called to the Blurred's Eye View offices. We would like to see you immediately if you're ever in the if you just come on. Come on,
Miss Brown. Come on, Miss Brown. You a fellow Clevelander. Come on, Miss Brown.
Dumb on, boo. Dumb on, baby.
We won't talk about your projects.
We won't ask you about anything. We just want to talk to you. We just want to talk to you about you. That's it.
I love the fact that she's a Blurred. This is for Yvette Nicole Brown. I love the fact that she's a Blurred. Big time. Mm-hmm. I love that. I didn't even know she was from Cleveland until like she did a live and she was in Warrensville Heights. Mm-hmm. I was just like, wait a minute, you're from Cleveland? Oh, damn. I just thought you was a black woman that loved nerd shit like I do. Now that's even better. So come on through. Get to the front line. We like to play over here. You're amongst family. Come on.
Mm-hmm. We know how to keep it close to the vest.
Yeah, right. They ain't got to know nothing. But thank you to the crew. Thank you to my guest, Sir Julius Cosplay. And we are getting ready to we're taking a week off. You're still going to see content from us, but we're taking a week off. Your man's got to celebrate 20 years of his anniversary with the Mrs. Fury. So, I got to make sure my brain's intact.
Brown chicken, brown cow, ladies and gentlemen. Brown chicken, brown cow. The anniversary edition.
Steak and cocaine.
Steak and cocaine.
The 20-year edition, steak and cocaine.
I swear to God, if I fall asleep and it's what I could have swore I heard steak and cocaine in the background. I could have it's like, did somebody beat us to the commercial? Wait a minute.
It's becoming legendary.
Gonna be like, I want NDAs, and I want NDAs yesterday.
Right. But like we do with every show, you can always catch us Tuesdays, except for next week. But there'll still be a show being out. You can catch us Tuesdays, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Thursdays, 9 p.m. Same channels. As I do with every show, remember to educate yourself and others, entertain yourself and others. Most of all, encourage yourself and others. We're here for a good time. We're here to make sure you learn something, and we're here to make sure you get lifted up. That's what we're all about here at this platform. We like to have fun. We out here for the black conventions. Just think about Issa Rae. I'm rooting for everybody black. Until then, we'll be seeing you.
Bye.